Oh, and we're live. Okay. Y'all, woo, I almost fell out of my chair just now, y'all. Woo, it's been a night. It's been a night. Well, y'all know the deal. We're going to wait for some people to get in here, and then, the title of this tonight is What Super Truckers Do. This has been a very talked about thing, not only on YouTube, but throughout the trucker world. Everyone is always shaming the infamous super truckers. So I am here to join onto that trend. Like I said, a couple of you have asked for videos. I know I dropped one, I want to say 2 weeks ago, about what four wheels do, and now we're going to get into what super truckers do. Hey, Stacy, I see you, dear. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you yet. I've been kind of dealing with some stuff here that I'll get into. Hey, Diesel Power. Hey, Craig. Hi, Barry. I'm glad you can make this one, Barry. What's up, Blast It? Barry, Barry, Barry. I'm kind of sad you haven't been. Uh-oh. Did my headset just cut off? Yes, it did. My headset just cut off for no reason. Miss Erica's in the room and she says, "Greetings, good people." What's up, Miss Erica? I don't know why my headset keeps cutting off, y'all. Let me try this again. We're going to try to connect. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Barry, you are slacking. So I haven't had the funny stuff to laugh at. So y'all, I don't know what's going on with my headset. So y'all let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Because this thing's not wanting to turn on. Okay, cool, Barry. It's just Phil. So, I got two of my favorite people in here. Or I got a bunch of my favorite people. I got Stacy, Barry, just Phil. Hey, Miss Erica. All the famous ones. Ugh. Y'all, I'm tired. Let me just tell y'all this while we're waiting. So hey AJ, what's up? Hey Ron. So I'm broke down, you know, just chilling at the hotel at this point because it has been 2 days of messed up messery. Um Trying not to curse here, but just Phil, no, you are way more famous than me. I told you, I fangirl over you and Erica. Y'all know this. I'm always like, just it's Phil. Oh my god. So, but no, trucks broke down. Um, been 2 days, haven't worked. Well, technically I worked Sunday, but had to put the old Volvo in the shop. Yeah, Barry, these Volvos, I love them, but look, these 2022s, they're cool. I got my truck at 300 miles, had 300 miles on it. It was 2022, brand new. She was looking good. She was running good. Well, before I could even actually get into the thing, it had problems. Had to send it back to Volvo. So I finally got it. I don't know, last month, maybe. And well, had to put her back in the shop again, and she's probably going back to Volvo with more issues. This time, it is a air leak issue, or could be an air leak issue, could be an air compressor. Oh my goodness, air compressor issue. But the problem is the part that they are looking for, which is typically mounted on the firewall, is not mounted on the firewall on the 2022s. So what are they doing? Trying to figure out where to find this part. So it is what it is. Stacy, make sure to tell Carrie I said hello. Trucker John is in the building. Greetings from Oregon. What's up? And Ron says broke down is better than being broke in the bank account. Well, Ron, if I keep being broke down, the bank account is slowly going to diminish, but thankfully I don't have to pay for repairs, so I'm cool with it. I'm totally cool with not paying for repairs because I'm not about all that. Ron, we're not sure where the leak is coming from. We don't even know if it's an actual leak. Basically, what's happening is the compressor is not kicking on at all. So, more than likely, it is a compressor issue and not an air leak issue. Um, so, I don't know. Just been trying to figure that out. So, Yeah. Hey, what's up, King? All right, so I've babbled enough. Today I'm going to get on the subject. Hold on, dealer is not getting good support from the factory. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I just want my truck fixed because I'm supposed to be picking up, dun dun dun, a trainee. Oh my goodness. Stacy, so the air compressor is not the problem. It's something to do, I can't remember what they said. It's something that is supposedly inside of the air compressor. I can't remember what part it is, but trust me, I already tried that. I was like, yeah, well, the air compressor's here. And they're like, yeah, that's not what we're talking about. um, oh, thank you, King. That's awesome. Thank you for the support. I really do appreciate it. Um, but today we're going to talk about super truckers and what they do. My last video, basically, I just talked about what four-wheelers do to truck drivers on the road, and I've had a lot of people. Yes, King. So that's what they were talking about. It's in like the dryer itself, but they're thinking that that is in the compressor housing, and if that's the case, then they're probably going to have to replace the whole thing. Don't quote me on that because I know just enough to do my pre-trip, not to work on these things. So, um, but yeah, so I just want to get on here and do a live about some of the things super truckers do to us other truckers, which I can be quite the little super trucker myself sometimes, getting mad and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. But I'm here for it and I'm here to run my mouth tonight. So hopefully you, ladies and gentlemen, are here to do the same. The Cash App is running on the screen now. If you guys want to support me on that, that is amazing. I am getting some of the equipment together and I'm buying some stuff for the studio room, so y'all get ready for that. But the link is in the chat to call in about this whole super trucker nonsense. But if you do call in, all I ask is no cursing because my last video got me in a bit of trouble with YouTube. Blasted says LOL. That's not funny. Ron, no, it's not leaking any fluids or anything. Okay, so super truckers. What is a super trucker, first of all? To me, a super trucker is someone who may or may not have been in this industry for more than 5 years. I meet some super truckers who just come in the industry, but your typical super truckers are the one flying by you at 80 miles an hour, passing you like an idiot, cutting your front bumper off when trying to pass you. It's the ones flicking you off because you are only governed at 65, the ones thinking that nothing can happen to them, they're invincible, and they run the roadways. Typically, your star super truckers are in the big old long nose Peterbilts. And again, totally stereotyping here right now. But y'all are here for the rant, so if I say something wrong, y'all feel free to call in. I will post the link again. Here we go. Boom, even though no one calls in. I'm gonna have to start giving out gift cards to you guys if y'all call in. So that's the super trucker life. Yes, Barry, I am governed. I'm governed at 63 to the pedal, 65 on cruise. Um, Again, disclaimer, I have nothing against these people because they probably do know their craft quite well, but to me, just some of the actions they take are not very safe whatsoever. So before y'all come for me, before the super truckers on YouTube come for me, first of all, I'm in the mood for some heat, so bring it. And second of all, you guys are not safe. Um, Man, so let's talk about what super truckers do. Let's talk about what they do and what they don't do. A lot of super truckers, they don't use turn signals. Uh-oh. King, just Phil is getting on your butt. Ooh. Sorry. I get distracted by comments. Y'all know this. Blasted, it's all good. Y'all don't have to call in. Y'all know I'm here to run my mouth like I always do. So, yeah, these super truckers, they don't use no turn signal. I'm just riding and I'm thinking, since they can pass me so quick that they're actually going to give me enough space, use their turn signal and kindly get over. Well, that's not the case. What a super trucker is going to do, and you can tell every single time when they do it, because you can see their big old chubby faces in the mirror when they pass you. What they're going to do is they're going to fly up beside you, and especially since I'm a girl, they hesitate a little bit. They get a good look at me. They wave at me, either wave at me or give me the finger, which is cool, because I ain't about that. I just wave at them and blow them a nice little kiss, saying kiss my behind. And then what they're going to do is they're going to try to fly around you. That's fine. But if you can go by me so quick, why are you going to cut in front of me so close that I'm going to have to hit the brakes in order to not run into the back of you? So that's one good super trucker thing. They don't use turn signals. They love to ride by you and flick you off, blow their air horn, and you see their chubby little faces in the mirror just a grinning. Just a grinning. McDonald's lettuce still in their teeth, just grinning at you because they think they're doing something. That's okay, dude. You're going to be the first one to the accident, so it is what it is. Ooh, and we got someone finally calling in. It is Miss Erica. Let's see.
Greetings,
Hey,
greetings,
girl.
greetings. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Let me know if my reception is okay because I'm coming through a canyon. But so glad you're talking about this. Okay. Super truckers need to just sit down and stop it with their
I'm so
rainbow
glad you called
glasses,
in.
looking at
Yep.
me as I drive the speed limit,
Yep.
and they give me
Yep.
the nasty looks. But guess what? I'm time enough for them. I bet your ass won't pull over.
Yep. And that's what I do. I get right on my CB and I'm like, here's my truck number. I'm pulling over. You ready to pull with me or what?
Meet me at the Loves, baby. You can get all this smoke.
Yes, man. Now, do they do the same to you? Will they go ride right up beside you and get window to window and just stare at you?
Oh yeah, but I give them no energy. I just say whatever, dude. Keep it moving.
I
You're
love
not
it
gonna
when
make me go any faster. Okay.
yep, yep. I'm
It's
always
raining
sick.
for Christ's sake.
Exactly. And they're flying by you 80. I mean, I'm telling you, some of these guys have to be going 80. And for one, I don't know about you, but I'm governed at 65. So I'm doing, at most 68 downhill. Well, they come flying up by me so fast, you would think they would give me the appropriate amount of space before they would get over. But for some
Exactly.
reason, they cut me to the point where I'm almost hitting them.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. It happens to all of us, and I think what's super disrespectful too is when they ride somebody else's bumper to try to get them out of the left lane. Well, the
Agree-
truck is just trying to pass the other truck that's in the right lane, but they're just like trying to move them. I just think that's so disrespectful to your fellow truckers out here on the road. I mean, for Christ's sake.
well, okay, well, let's talk about those super truckers that like to stay in the right or pass in the right lane. Let's talk about that because that annoys me oh so much.
Yeah, they're just all, yeah, and I really think it's sort of like an entitlement thing. And it could be because they have the certain kind of truck with the more power or the length of time they've been on the road. They just kind of feel like all the rest of us out here are just peons and we don't matter. But just stay safe, be safe. That way we have less accidents. We've seen the carnage on the road. We've seen, what not being smart behind the wheel can do. And I just think people just need to stop being so entitled with their skill degree and just freaking be safe.
And that I'm so glad you touched on that because what we are, I guess our profession is to safely drive these trucks. We have a CDL for Christ's sake. This is something we had to do extra learning to get, but everyone acts like idiots out here. And we have someone actually in the chat now saying, y'all 65-mile an hour steering wheel holders need to stay out of the hammer lane.
Let me tell you what, buddy, I'm not governed, but guess what? I use my freaking brain.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I know that if it's raining outside or if there's snow on the ground, there's only so much of this vehicle I can actually control if it starts to skid or get away from me.
Yep.
So, KMA and keep it moving.
Exactly, girl. And it's the thing, I mean, I hate to say it, but we are driving up to 80,000 pound killing machines. If we hit something, it's mass destruction.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they hold it lightly. I know a lot of people who get their CDL don't realize if we in the slightest, even if it's not our fault, hurt someone, either that can obviously go on our records, we can go to jail for it for the rest of our lives, and we have to live knowing we hurt or killed someone. Oh, Erica, you still with us, girl? She did say she was driving the canyons. Okay, Miss Erica. Well, if you come back, feel free to call back in. Um, oh, Queen Lisa, hey girl. Barry says Erica's a smart driver. Yes, she is, and she is very intelligent, and I love listening to her stuff. Um, and we gonna touch on Zach's point a little bit because I see where Zach is saying we always impede in traffic. Zach, call in because I would love to hear your side of the stuff because I'm cool with getting messy tonight. I am cool with it. I have time for once. Let's see. If you have to hit anything, the slower the speed, the less it will hurt. It's okay, Erica. If you can get signal again, I'd love to have you back in, but thank you so much for calling. I love hearing other beautiful, intelligent ladies' voices on here. Stacy says if we're in the hammer lane, there's usually a reason. It's not because we're trying to just be in the way. I agree. And look, Stacy, here's what the super truckers do, and here's what gets me the most peed off, okay? So what typically happens is me and my little truck roll up on a car who's doing 63, 64. Okay, I can do 65, 68 going downhill if I'm loaded. So I get in the left lane. Guess what? That car in the right lane is going to speed up. Now I'm in the left lane looking like an idiot because I can't pass them. So what do? Put my signal on, safely get back into the right lane. Guess what? That four wheel slows right back down. This is a four wheel. This is not a truck who's going up and down hills because that's understandable. But here's the thing. They keep speeding up and slowing down. They speed up because they don't want a tractor trailer passing them. They slow down because they don't want to go fast enough for me to stay behind them. So at that point, what am I going to do? I have two choices. Either to stay behind them, keep having all my alarm systems go beep, 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 telling me I'm too close, getting camera events, doing this, doing that, or I can get in that left lane and go as fast as I can and try to get around them. Now I do understand. If it's not busy, I'm going to be in that left lane trying everything I can do. I'm going to get a downhill and I'm going to fly by them. But again, as was said earlier, we are not trying to be in the way. All I'm trying to do is get past this person who is in the right lane, who is impeding me. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. All you super truckers, what you do is you make matters worse. As the trucker who's trying to pass this idiot in the right lane gets in the left lane, y'all super truckers want to just get in the right lane and try to pass. Get the, like, what do we used to call it in the racing world? Shoot the gap. Y'all want to shoot the gap in between that car and my truck. But what you super truckers don't seem to understand is you're just making it worse. You flying up in the right lane behind that four wheel who's doing 64, who I'm inching past. I'm getting past them. It's just taking me a second. Y'all are going to push them to speed up to where now I can't pass them. But this four wheel is not creating a gap. So here's the thing. You, Mr. Super Trucker, make it worse because there's an etiquette for all drivers on this road. The left lane is the passing lane, sweetheart, not the right lane. If you try to pass me in the right lane, go for it. But I'm going to look at you like you an idiot. And what happens most of the time? I end up getting by that car, that truck that's going really slow in the right lane, and then y'all get all mad because now you got to get back behind me. And this is where the super trucker stuff starts. Y'all get on the CB telling me, move that slow, POS out the way, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to beat your butt, do this, do that. First of all, I've never been threatened so much in my life about getting my butt beat. First of all, I don't fight. I'm too pretty to fight. If I have to, I will. But I'm just saying. Um, Zach said, just to set the record straight, I'm not a super trucker. I just like being an idiot. Zach, I told you I'm here for the heat tonight. So if you want to come on here with, playing devil's advocate, even if it's all for fun, come on. And Zach, all you got to do to call in, I'll post the link again in the comments. And all you got to do, hit that link. It'll ask you a couple things and you'll fill out a couple stuff and then you'll be able to call in. So Phil says he's just safe. He's safe, but just heavy footed. I know, Phil. I know. And he said he gonna pass. And yeah, Phil, me too. I love, you know, I don't get to pass cars very often. So when I get to pass them, it's a good day. I'm sitting here rubbing the steering wheel saying, good girl, you the best, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's when I start being a super trucker, is when I'm able to pass some people. Let's see. King the Trucker, let me add you. What is up?
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, what?
No, you didn't.
What?
No, you didn't.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. There goes the cussing. What did I do?
Hold on, fabulous. Hold on, fabulous. You caught me in the middle of getting ready.
Oh, well, I didn't. My bad. I just saw
All
you.
right, I'm ready now, girl. You got trigger fingers.
I I got a left foot and trigger finger. You right about that.
Ooh, Lord. All right, look. This is what I hate about some truckers, right? So like when you in the right lane and you just handling your business, you rolling. So the truck is going like 60. But when you get ready to pass him, then he want to try to skirt off and do like 85. I like,
Let me.
you don't woke up now? You ain't sleeping no more?
That's exactly what. And I tell them all the time. I come on the CB and I'm like, oh, y'all must be butthurt simply because
Oh my God.
I hate it so much. It gets on my. Oh, I just want to ram them out the way at that point.
Right, right. But there's super truckers for you though. I mean, I just always believe in being safe. I mean, I only go like a cool like 72, 75-ish maybe. But when I'm just cruising and it's just me, I give other trucks respect, because
Exactly.
I want the same.
And that's all it boils down to. Me, I don't have a problem with people being, the quote unquote super trucker. I don't. If you feel safe doing it, as long as you don't get me wrapped up into something or anyone else, go do your thing.
Right,
But all I want is respect. I got the same license that you do, and I'm doing pretty much the same thing you are. Don't sit here, especially when we want to talk about comfortability. Is that a word? I don't know. But
hey, we just made one up today. That's a
there we
word
go.
today.
Comfortability. But it's just the respect. A lot of people, that's what it's lacking. It comes down to the lack of respect for
Right,
rookies, for even the older generation who probably don't believe in doing anything over, 68.
right, right. You know what? I feel like a lot of truckers have lost sight of trucking. You know what I'm saying? Like they get their licenses, and I feel like you always need to keep doing what you're doing that you did when you got your CDL, for as the driving aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless if you get there at 100 miles an hour, if you get there at 65 miles an hour, you're still going to get there.
Agreed.
So why don't you be safe and try to get to your load? Because if a lot of people that really know it or not, they already got you set to get to the place at 55 miles an hour anyway.
Yep.
You got to
Yep.
put all that into aspect. You know what I'm saying? But I understand you want to get there, drop your load, make your money. But listen, what's the odds of you even still getting there early? If you get there early, sometimes they might not take you unless you have an appointment. Because sometimes I've been to a place a day ahead of time and they just like, Oh, you just here early. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait on your appointment. So what I used to do is when I was going to the terminals, I used to just drop the trailer and somebody else would go take it. So I wouldn't have to sit.
Yep. And I mean, it all boils back to, like you said, that's it. It has to do with respect. It has to do with safety. A lot of people, even trying to get into this industry, they lose sight of what we do. They see the money. They see, okay, we get paid per mile or percentage, depending.
Right.
And they
Right.
want to run, run, run. Well, I know I've always been told since the day I got my license, if you want to go act like an idiot and run 100 miles an hour, you're going to be the first one to the accident. So
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
calling it. Ugh.
And I can understand. Like I put in the comment earlier, I said, especially those cattle haulers with them 379 long nose
Oh my
beaks.
god.
But I can understand them because if something happened to those animals while they're on the truck with them, then they are at fault. So I can kind of see them kind of rushing, but you still need to have respect that if you see somebody not driving as fast as you, just let them get over because I don't need you on my bumper in the back.
And let me tell you, I have had so many people on the CB. I was just saying this. They will be right on my bumper to the point where I can't see the front of their truck at all. And they,
Exactly.
yeah. And I'll get on the CB and I'll say something little, smart, but they're like, well, the safest place is behind the truck. No, sir. Because
Nah.
what happens when there's an accident or debris in the road in front of me and I'm able to safely get over either in the emergency lane or that left lane, but you are
Right.
so close to my tail that you can't see it and now you hit whatever it is. You're done.
Exactly. 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 So we got this silly little saying: if you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you.
It's so silly, but it's true.
It's true though, So it's just that truckers has lost sight of the small things to get them back to their families. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just the way that the society is set up now because people is so greedy on trying to get the money fast.
And I get it because that's one of the things that did bring me in so young was I saw it was a financial opportunity that I couldn't let pass to bring me out of, living paycheck to paycheck. I
Right.
see, where it gets confusing. Being young, yeah, at first I wanted to fly 70, 75, you know, getting all these miles, but I realized there's
Yeah.
so much more to it than just getting the miles. Like, I still want to come home and enjoy my money.
Exactly. Exactly. You don't want to kill yourself to get the money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now if you in one of them areas where you used to and you know it like the back of your hand and you just rolling that thing, then that's kind of okay. But as long as you're doing it safe and you're not putting nobody in harm's way, then you good. Cause look, I had a truck one time that did triple digits, like 105 one
Ooh,
time, and I done it. I don't even lie. I done it just to see. I just wanted to see what my skills really was at, and I done it. And look, I tell you that when you got a 40 some thousand pound on the back of you, and your truck can go triple digits, that is like a freight train coming through to
yes,
hit a little car.
yes.
And
I
if
mean, you already know the statistics behind it. That car's demolished.
that car is the mileage, and it's nothing that you can do about it. If you slip one time going that fast with a 40,000 pound load on your back, then you really done for.
Yeah. And I mean, say you kill that person, now what's under your belt? You're getting charged with vehicular manslaughter.
Exactly,
You're
especially
you're
going
gone.
that speed. Going
Oh
going
yeah.
that speed. Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
I guess I know I can speak more freely for the young ones because I'm only 23. I got my CDL at what, 18 or 19,
Okay.
and I, I was the same way. I wanted to be a super trucker. That's all the people I looked up to. Honestly, up until I found actual people who were, well, how am I going to put this? Try to put it nicely. Let's see. They had earned respect, and they were actually like good people, like Trucker Brown. He's one of the first like people I found to where I was like, yo, this is gonna be one of my mentors. He don't know
Right.
that, but don't.
Right.
And after I started listening to him, from I started listening to him back in, shoot, I don't even
Back when he
know,
was
about
probably
six
what
years.
at what
What was
was he
that?
at then? Was he at RST then or was he at like Milton or somewhere?
I want to say he was at Milton at the time,
Oh yeah, that was woo. Oh yeah,
a
that was a
while ago.
while back.
Yeah, back when he was a little wild, and it would crack me up so much. I'll be working my little 9 to 5, laughing my tail off. People looking at me like I'm an idiot,
Cause
but
he's so funny though, I mean, I caught me and TV. That's my guy. That's my guy, man. Like, I've been in the game a little longer than them. Cause I've been doing it like 11 years or whatever, and they've been doing it like 8, 9. Him, Lotion, all them. I chop it up with them all the time. And matter of fact, Shooter just called me not too long ago. Me and him just talk, but yeah, man. I mean, them boys has done real good for themselves in this trucking, and for somebody to look after the younger generation that's coming up. Hey, I'm not doing YouTube because I don't have time for that mess, but I just don't have time for it, and I just let him keep on talking to y'all.
yeah, I mean, in anything that is said, whether it's his channel or by one of you guys who come on, it to
Right,
me means a lot because, like you said, a lot of people, they're not looking at what's happening. Honestly, if we're just want to staying like in this industry, what's happening to this industry is all of your older guys. They're either retiring out, their health is failing them, they're
yeah,
not wanting this because of COVID or whatever it may be,
right,
and the younger generation is going to be the new like generation of truck drivers, and the fact that he's being proactive in at least trying to help us, it
right,
means more than anything else because I'm gonna tell you what, most of the super truckers I, come in contact with, they're your young cats, just got their CDL, a year ago, and have been in the game 6 months thinking they hot. So
yeah. You right, Fab. You are so right. Just man, look, all I can say is just don't kill yourself to get the money. Just make sure that you save because it's two important things in this world with this trucking that you want to remember: safety for one, and getting back home to your family. You know what I'm saying? Your kids, husband, boyfriend, whatever it is you got. Any of that. You always want to make sure that you is able to get back up and do it again the second day.
agreed, agree. And I mean, you don't want to take anyone else's innocent life either because I mean, they're gonna be on the road going to the mall, going to see their husbands, their kids, and why are you gonna mess up someone's life just because you wanted to get 30 more miles down the road? It doesn't make sense. Uh-oh, I think we done lost him too, y'all. Here we go. Hold on. You back in here?
My bad. Yeah, did you hear me?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said it's two things in this trucking that you need to remember, and that's safety for one, and for two, to make sure that you get back home to your kids and your family. Boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, any of that. You know what I'm saying? And just get back up and do it again the second day.
Exactly. And people don't, I know a lot of the problem with just the masses of people is they don't like to look, they live for now, not for tomorrow or 5 years from now. It's all about the
Right.
present. I'm going to tell you what, especially in an
Exactly.
industry that your health diminishes within the first 6 months, you can't be thinking like that.
Sure can't. You sure cannot because I mean, and health is one of the most important things. Like you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that trucker that's like 3, 4, 500 pounds and barely can get up and down in the cab.
You don't. I mean, first of all, how are you passing your medical cards? Because I'm gonna tell you what.
Oh, I just fabulous. I just had a conversation about that not too long ago. I said, how do they even let them pass the physical? How do they even still make it to even drive a truck because of all the health problems like sugar, diabetes, clogged arteries? How do they still get to drive?
That's what. And listen. Oh, see, this is so mad. Before I got into this industry, I weighed, and I'm cool with saying this. I weighed 240 pounds. Now I'm a 5'6" female. That. I mean, that is obese.
Okay.
I was big. I lost 80 some pounds. I dropped down to 170 something. And that is when I got my CDL. So
Yeah.
before I got my medical card, when I went into the doctor's office, they had a whole setup. I had to carry 75-pound weights around. I had to literally like crab
Yeah.
walk under a shelf, climb up
Yeah.
on a bunch of stuff. And I'm sitting here
Climb
like,
up on the stairs with the
yep,
weights in there.
yep, clock done
That
and
sounds
hold.
like your regular Concentra.
Yes. And I mean, I was fit when I did it and I still struggled. And I'm looking at these boys and girls, or men and women,
Right.
in who, like you said, they can only get up in the truck once. And,
Right.
let's talk about just on a stance of a fire hazard. What happens if there's a fire in that truck? They're not getting out.
Man. Yeah. And I never even really thought of it like that though, because your weight do play a big role in this trucking.
It does. It honestly, your weight has a lot to do with everything. You, I mean, the things I think about when it comes to weight is fire hazards. Not even that, but driving hazards. If your stomach's so big
Right.
that it's pressed against that steering wheel, what are you gonna do if that thing gets caught on you? You're gonna wreck.
Ooh.
I mean, not only that, but
Lord be with them.
yes. Say there's a trailer issue to where you got to get up under there and fix like lines that are leaking. You can't squat up
Hmm.
there. And if you fall, you're not getting back up.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. Ooh. And let's not mention the catwalk.
oh, listen,
Oh man.
I seen a guy and I hate, this is not funny, but I know I'm going to laugh when I talk about it. All right. So, you know how we're taught always have 3 points of contact, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
So, I'm in the middle of onboarding to this company that we shall leave unnamed, and
Yeah.
there's someone who easily hit that 500 mark. Sweetest guy I've ever met, but he went to get
Right.
a truck. He did use his 3 point of contacts, but when I tell you
But
that step broke and that bar broke, both
oh,
of them snapped, and he could not get up.
oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my good. Hey, so listen. I got a funny story too. I'm going to lie. So look, I'm an athlete for real, for real. I'm an athlete for real. And look, so I was coming down off the catwalk. So luckily that my cousin truck was kind of like close to the catwalk because I was making sure I forgot what I was doing, but I was doing something. Faith, if my cousin truck wouldn't have been right there, I promise you, I would have fell down and busted my head wide
Elbows.
open. I look, I'm like, dang, I'm really getting old, but I'm still an athlete, but I'm an old athlete. It's like, like I was walking backwards. I was walking backwards off the steps, and I must have missed one. It happened so fast to where I was like, dang. Did I miss the step or what happened? So I missed the step, I think, and luckily my cousin's truck was right there, and I flew back and hit his fender.
Oh
That's the
my.
only thing that saved me from falling, falling the ground. I like, oh Lord, thank God for this truck being right here, because that truck was right here, I would have busted my head wide open, and you should have seen my face.
Well, look,
My
I
eyes got so googly.
I bet they did. They were probably bugging out your head.
Oh
Uh,
man, they was.
Look, I hate to make. I'm not making fun of that guy because I've ate some mud myself on that catwalk. Except I didn't have another truck to fall on. My
Right.
look, my dumb self hopped out the truck and I was in my little Crocs, right? My pink Crocs. So I said, oh, I look so cute. I got a little sundress on, got some pink Crocs,
Yeah.
good, hair done. It had just finished
Already.
and I pull up at the truck. I pull up at the truck stop to get some fuel. So I step out my Crocs, and I
Hmm.
noticed something on my catwalk. So I was like, oh, let me get up here. So I pulled up and I was about to walk in to get coffee. When I stepped up on my catwalk and went to get back down, my little Crocs not only were wet from the rain, but they also had diesel on them. And I
Oh.
mean, flat on my back, booty meat, I'm sure was showing. I
Oh,
got
here we go with the booty meat.
always. It's always a
Hey,
booty
look.
meat.
Hey, you gotta have them Crocs in sports mode. You know what sports mode mean, right? That
Oh,
mean
I
you
had
gotta
Crocs.
have the little part around your ankle.
Oh yeah, yep. I had them in
Y-
4-wheel drive and everything, but man, they still
Oh
said,
yeah. Oh my goodness.
uh,
So booty meat
I
everywhere.
it was bad. I mean, I had people coming up to me asking me if I was good, and of course I'm sitting there, yeah, I'm all right, but in the back of my mind, I'm crying. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, man,
Yeah, yeah.
I,
I'm not gonna lie. I was embarrassed myself when I did that because actually, this is what really happened. I tried to jump down
oh my,
backwards.
oh,
That's what really happened. I ain't gonna even lie. I tried to jump down, thought I was Superman.
oh, no, see, you're trying to be a little sporty super trucker. I see you out there. Okay.
Yeah, that what it was. That what it was. But I've learned from that, and that never happened again in life.
I see, and that's one of the biggest points to come back full circle is a lot
Right,
of super truckers
right.
don't learn from the mistakes. So,
Exactly.
uh,
But yeah, very sure. I'm gonna get on off here because I'm pretty sure somebody else want to call in or whatever. But I would just have to call you, support your page, and I'll let. And I see you moving. You doing a great job out there. Keep on doing what you're doing, and you gonna get where you need to be.
well, thank you, and I really do. I really appreciate you for coming on and supporting the channel. I was super excited when I saw it. I
Oh,
was
of
like, okay,
course.
okay, your girlie's been here, not only physically, but in the YouTube world.
Of course, of course, of course. I got you. I got you.
All right, well, thank you so much, and I know I see Gold Phoenix is coming in, so I'll talk to you
Okay, okay. All right, Faye.
later. See you later. Gold Phoenix is calling in for the first time. What is up?
Yeah, yo, what's good, Faith?
Hey, I have never heard your voice up
Oh,
until now.
well, there's a first for everything. I
I
just woke up,
okay.
and the first thing I hear is you in here fat shaming people. I love it. What I miss?
Okay, so okay. We gon' here's the thing. I'm not fat shaming because your girl is on the thick side as well. I'm unhealthy, but here's my biggest thing, and I need to turn this air down 'cause it's hot. Um, people, especially in my generation, anyway, they're starting to make big beautiful, and I get that because big can be beautiful, but big does not equal healthy. Um,
Facts.
I see someone in here said not all big truckers are not wait, not all big truckers are not out of shape. Um, if I don't know what that comment's supposed to mean, but if you're big, I'm telling you right now, you're out of shape. You're unhealthy. Something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Yeah,
moving.
I 100% agree. I
Yeah.
mean, the more weight you gain, like you start noticing things change anyway. You can't sleep nearly as well. You be like, it gets to a point sometimes you might just be having a conversation with somebody and run out of breath from talking. And you
Yeah.
telling me you healthy? Nah, get out of here with that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, like I have put on in the year and whatever I've been doing this, I put on 40 pounds. So I'm allowed to talk about this stuff because I'm in this category now. Um, it's just it's not okay. It makes I mean, we are already at a heightened risk of heart attack, stroke, injuries on the job, but yet we're eating foods and gaining the weight that is basically giving us a doubled chance of having these
Mm-hmm.
things, not to mention blood clots. I don't know, gout is apparently a thing out here. And
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy that this isn't talked about.
No, it's not talked about because we're in an industry that's kind of glamorized. Whenever anyone is talking about trucking, even the people who I know personally that don't really understand what it is that I go through out here, the only thing they realize is, oh, you out there, you over there in Yellowstone, man. You all the way in Washington, man. Dang, where you going next and stuff. So they see the travel aspect of it and the pictures and, of course, the Instagram and Snapchat stories and stuff like that. But they don't understand, it's a struggle out here to eat anything that is, I guess you could say, conducive to actually being alive, if that makes any sense. You know, not to mention the temptation aspect of it, because when you roll past the big Texans and, like the Longhorn steakhouses, or you might find a little mom and pop spot up there in Montana somewhere, God forbid, California. It's hard to say no to it. Taco trucks are my weakness. I ain't gonna lie.
What's up, Phil? You are in, by the way.
What's happening, people?
Oh, it's Phil. Yeah, to your point, Gold Phoenix, it and not only just the temptation part, the mental aspect of it. I know one of my biggest issues is I've always been an emotional eater. Whatever emotion I'm feeling, what do I want to do? Eat. If I want to celebrate, I want to eat. If I'm sad, oh, I'm gonna eat me, I don't know, Outback Steakhouse, get some cheesecake, all this, all that.
Whoa.
But
Dang, she
oh,
said cheesecake, man. That ain't nothing but fat and sugar in a slice.
well, hey, look, okay, so
That's nothing but cheese and sugar.
Uh-huh.
we got Willis up in here eating now.
Oh
What
boy.
the man? We just talking about
Popping.
eating.
Man, Willis the king of being ignorant.
Hot boy Willis.
That's my dog right there.
Got that
See,
steak too. Got a
mm,
salad, mashed potatoes.
Good grief.
and we've been in here fat shaming, and here you go on here. You must have a high metabolism.
Oh
I'm
yeah. Well,
jealous.
I'll run through
How
this
old are
real
you
quick.
now, Willis?
24.
Oh yeah, it's coming for you, partner.
Yeah,
I got a
Oh
little bit of time.
yeah. That that
I
that metabolism is a ticking time bomb. It is on your bumper within the next 6 to 8 months.
I deserve this. I had one of those it's trucking days.
Oh,
Well,
It's like
that look,
when you
that's how I gain 40 pounds because every time I do something, even if I hook up a trailer in record time, look, I deserve this, whatever it is. That's how I got fat. So,
Faith, you sound
I
like you was just looking for excuses to enjoy a good meal. That's what it was.
I know,
Holy crap, man! It's cold outside. My truck started. I deserve a slice of cake.
look, okay. You were not gonna come on my channel fat shaming me. We supposed to
I'm
Listen,
be
not
after
fat.
other
I'm
people.
not fat shaming you. It's
listen.
more along the lines
I'll
of discipline shaming.
I'll tell
I
my
mean,
fat story.
oh well, hold on, just Phil. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna blame Trucker Brown for this one because look, he got me doing the whole vegetarian thing, which was great. For a month, I dropped, I want to say, 11 pounds. But let me tell y'all, when I came back up off of it, it was twice as bad. I know that's my fault, but it is what it. I'm gonna blame him. You know what? That's what's gonna happen.
Honestly, I'm in the same boat as you because I was trying it. After about 2 weeks, I messed up and I had a little 5-ounce piece of fish. It felt like crack. I ain't even
Hmm.
gonna lie. I didn't realize I was that addicted to just having meat in my life. Pause. But it's oh my god.
It was bad. I know I did great. I did buy like the substitution stuff. So I was eating a lot of bean burgers, a lot bean dogs, so bean like hot dogs. Those were
You
not
got to
very
be
good.
careful with that stuff though, because it's really high. That alternative meat stuff is really high in sodium.
Yes.
Oh yes, it was very high, and that's why I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do that high in sodium, I might as well just eat meat.
I lost about
Drink
2 days.
that water.
I went 2 days and I ate meat. I'm like, I couldn't do it.
Well, were you getting that itch?
I got the biggest thing I could find in the area.
Mm.
Well, the thing
So
about
Phil,
me is I've done it before, and it wasn't crazy difficult. But for me, as far as like the deeper level of truly committing to the practice of being vegan, there's certain things I don't want to give up. Like for me, it's caffeine, and apparently, because honey is derivative of animals, that's considered to not be vegan either. And I have a hard time with that because I like to drink hot tea. So
Now I'm still mad at Two Fly for dropping that bomb on me.
yeah, I said, man,
That broke my freaking heart. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like my jar of honey is still sitting in here, but I'm trying not to eat it. I haven't eaten it since she said it, but I just be looking at it
yeah.
like, yo, bro, you
Just go
wrong for
ahead and
that.
eat it.
But yeah, how I smacked on weight, which believe it or not, it was because I was on a dedicated account. I used to when I first moved to Texas, I used to run a dedicated Budweiser account, run back and forth to Lake Charles twice a day. But the problem was the warehouse that I dropped at, there was a corner store across the street,
Mm.
and my addiction at the time was Danishes.
Ooh.
So twice a day, every time I would go over there, I'd walk my happy tail across the street and buy 2, 3 bear claws or Danishes and just munch them down. I did that every day for almost a year.
oh man,
Oh my gosh.
On top of the extreme amount of caffeine I was consuming because I was having sleep problems back then. Have y'all ever heard of Redline?
No.
Yeah.
oh
So Redline is the same company that makes the drink Bang Energy, except Redline is a lot more concentrated. In my opinion, I think they put cocaine in it because on the bottle they tell you do not drink more than half of it. But me thinking I'm big dog stuff, I drank the whole thing, and yeah, almost died a couple times.
oh my gosh, Miss
Thinking
Erica,
I could
back in.
adapt to it, but you know.
Nah, them energy drinks are
It's a
no
lot of
joke.
testosterone in the building. I thought I'd sprinkle some estrogen in here real quick.
Thank you.
Miss
I need
Erica.
more of that.
What's up, good people? What's up? What it do? What it do?
We doing terrible out here.
I'm doing
You
glorious
are
as ever.
not. That's
I
right.
picked up a
Life is
load this
good. The
morning.
universe is good.
I picked up a load this morning. Drove 4 hours just for them to tell me they loaded the wrong product on my truck. Now to drive 4 hours back on a quarter tank, and then I get there and they're closed. They say come back at 07:30 in the morning. So I'm like, you know what?
Wow.
I
Oh,
ain't going back
So
out.
we gotta throw
whose fault was
hands.
that? The shipper or was that on you?
It was on the shipper. Right paperwork,
Mm,
wrong load. It was the load I have right now is a
wow.
FEMA load. I'm like, I can't just take the FEMA load and I get ready for that. They was like, no, I can't do that. I'm like,
Y'all, I see we about to get real messy because we have a prime guest trying to call in, but here's the thing. For this guest, it is Mr. Hensley himself. So I don't know.
Is that the troll from before?
Absolutely, my dear. It is. It is.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
let's
Wow.
just go ahead and open the door out to him. Let's hear
Well,
out what he has to say.
Welcome.
Well, here's the thing, Gold
Welcome.
Phoenix. He gonna have to send me $20 to the Cash App in order to get in.
Well,
There you
hey,
go.
you heard the
You
price,
There
man.
you go.
Cause I be begging for money all the time. So Hensley, if you
Oh,
want to send me
right.
money to the Cash App.
Yeah.
I
That's
forgot
that
that was
dude.
that guy. Well,
Yeah,
hey, man, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, pretty much every one of you has either supported the channel since day one, or y'all have even supported in the Cash App. So, hey,
Well, Well,
but it
we
is
Well,
what
as
it
they
appreciate
say,
is.
you
you
and
gotta
all
pay to
you
play.
do.
Yeah, you
Right.
definitely do. But I don't know what happened. He's out of the chat now, but back to the subject about, these super truckers. Ugh, just and I feel like a lot of these super truckers, they don't realize that weight is an issue.
Nah, they
Hell
don't
yeah, it's
realize
an
a lot of
issue.
what they do is an issue.
It's it just
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like how I was talking to you the other day. The larger the larger problem with this industry is, unlike most other sectors of work, especially in the blue collar sector, this one is extremely glorified and ego driven. Whether it be who
Yes,
has what truck, who making the most money, whose company so-called sucks and who doesn't, who so-called is losing money, all these idiosyncrasies that really don't mean nothing at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, the real purpose of us getting into this was to change our situations.
exactly. It doesn't really matter what it is
Facts.
that you're doing in the industry or how you go about it. Like some of us are lease operators, some of us are company drivers. Some of us got manuals like what was his name? Willis. I'm pretty sure you have a manual, right? We got the same truck, but he
Oh
got
yeah.
he got a stick. I put it in drive and just go. So I mean, but that don't make either one of us better than the next. We both getting money out here, so I don't see why it's such a big deal. I think that people out here are just bored and they need something to just talk about, and so they lean on drama because that's
And to
always been
validate
entertaining.
themselves.
hmm Yeah, self validation, and I think a lot of these people are insecure. They're depressed, and they
Yeah,
push a lot of that on a lot of us, especially the younger
Lonely.
guys.
yep. And a lot of
and
it, like I was always told, misery loves company, and it's
hmm
it's a fact.
well, even going even deeper than
Well, we're
that,
not
if you think about
RSVPing to those pity potties.
That's a
We're
fact.
not. We're not going to do that. And I think too, we need to redefine what super trucker is. I'm a super trucker because I plan my work and work my plan. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And that to me makes me fantastic at what I do. Yeah, I might go 70 miles an hour in an 80, but guess what? I'm gonna get to where I'm going. I'm gonna be on time. I'm gonna put that money in the bank, and I'm gonna keep it moving to the next job.
Right.
To me, that makes
Exactly.
me a super trucker because I'm doing it safely and I'm respecting not only the vehicle, but I'm respecting those around me. And to me,
hmm
that's important.
And see, to be honest, I probably still wouldn't call you a super trucker just because of the connotation with it. I just call you an intelligent woman that just so happens to drive a truck. That's how I would look
Well,
at
bless your whole entire heart. Is this Gold Phoenix? Pleasure to meet you, sir.
it. Pleasure to meet you as well.
He is such a sweetheart. He tries to act like he's not, but he is.
I'm literally a terrible human being in real life,
I
but
don't.
but
That's because you eat
um,
meat.
Oh,
I don't hold my tongue. I have a
no,
hard time with that one.
if you ever have a conversation with Gold Phoenix and he shares his inner thoughts of his day to day, you would understand why he says that.
Yeah, I really just have no sympathy for humanity a lot of the time. It's bad.
Cause what you were like, what if I just went over there and punched him in the throat? I was dying.
Dude, I was angry. Okay, so I went to
Yeah.
pick up this load yesterday, right? And now I'm running late on it because of it. So I pick up my trailer and I go to leave. The security guard isn't there. So now I'm like, what the heck is going on? The security guard is going around checking trailers for like an hour and a half. It already took me an hour and a half to get into the facility on the first place. So it was killing a bunch of my time. I'm like, dude, I should just hit you. I should just do it. I literally just start looking
Damn.
around for cameras like, could I get away with it? Nah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't
oof.
do it.
Don't do
You
it. I think about it though.
dang,
No,
Goldfinger. I'm
and you know
gonna
what's
start.
funny? My husband is the same way. He and I team, and like sometimes I really have to talk him off the cliff because, like me, we hate stupid people. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of
exactly.
stupid drivers out here. You know what I'm saying? That are just like unsafe and they challenge you, and even stupid shippers and stupid receivers and stupid consignees. And So there's times where, like you go, Phoenix, I have to be like, babe, no, you cannot punch him. I know we own our own company, but still, you cannot punch this man in his face. Let's just go. Count
Right.
to 10 and come on, let's go right now.
Yeah, this guy,
See,
he had been a thorn since I got there because he took my paperwork and then he walked back to my truck asking me where my paperwork was. And I'm like, I gave it to you. He's like, is this trailer empty or loaded? I'm like, it's loaded. Where's your paperwork? And I finally snapped me. I was like, you mean that paperwork that's in your hand? You mean that paperwork?
Ah,
He was like, oh, I'm like, yeah. Like,
I'm
what are
gonna
you
tell you,
talking about?
some of those shippers and conceivers, oh my god, receivers are the worst. I know,
Mhm.
especially when, I don't know, Erica, if you have this problem. When I roll up, it's the first thing they want to do is tell me how to get into the dock, and I cannot stand it.
Yeah, I ain't
no,
gonna
they
lie, I've never
usually
had that
ask,
issue.
have you been here before? Yeah, I haven't had that issue either. They usually say, have you been here before? I'll say yes or no. But
Hmm.
and I'm not the best backer in the world, and I just, when I can't do it right, I'll be like, babe, can you put this in the hole for me? He'll be like, yep, got you.
See, and that
Right.
that's what this oh my goodness, hold on, I'm losing all my vocabulary. This is what this industry needs, is more support. I feel like if there was more
Hmm.
support, not only from, your family, and I know, Erica, you guys run teams, but even if drivers just supported drivers, this would be a much better industry for everyone.
That's a fact. But
that is true,
Yeah, big
but
but
time.
we
even in like some of the forum groups I'm in, where it's like I'm in a group right now where it's like basically a power only group and brokers exchange information and know the drivers, stuff like that. Even there, when people ask some of the simplest questions, they're still coming in there dumping on each other just because.
Yeah. I mean,
exactly.
Erica, I don't know about you, but I'm in some of the women's groups. I've been in a couple on Facebook. I'm in one on Instagram where when a woman asks a question, the other ladies in the group, they talk down so hard to that woman like she's stupid when all she wants is support. It is just ridiculous. Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm not in any group, and if they do that, it's that, yeah, I shouldn't be in the groups because I don't bite my tongue and it wouldn't go well.
it,
Yeah,
I'd be like, what did you just say to me? Oh no.
I don't deal with a lot of that. I
You know
believe
what I
there's
you know
something
what
you
I
can learn
can't
from everyone
stand
out
though?
here.
Let me tell you what I can't stand. I have the endorsement on my license. I trained on a manual. So I can drive a manual. No big deal. But I prefer automatic. People can say what they want, but I like being able to get in, flip the switch and go and not have to worry about it going out of gear or whatever. That doesn't make me any less of a truck driver, people, because I
Right.
prefer to drive an automatic. Let's just be clear about that.
yep,
I
Mm-hmm.
can drive a manual. I just don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I just
exactly.
wanted to say that out loud.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things that I always hear, and I know it's been posted in the comment. I've seen it. Well, if you drive an automatic, you're not a trucker. Why not? Because
Sure. I get trucker paychecks.
thank you, I drive a
Uh,
truck. Not only that, but I tested out on a 10 speed just like a lot of you did. I just choose to take the simple life. I like automatics.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand that. Art, what is it? Like you have more control in a manual, but I could put this thing in drive, neutral, reverse, turn the wheel left and right, and push the gas, and it do what I need it to
shake
do.
it.
So it's
Right.
the why on earth would I want to make my day more complicated just to say, oh, I'm a man. Look at me, I'm shifting this 13 speed. Shut up. Not to mention I can downshift going downhill. So I mean, yeah, I got that going for me.
I
Thank you.
I
In an automatic. Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yes. Yep. And I understand, from where some people they do like manuals because you have more control. I get that because when I would drive manual cars, when I used to, be a little speed racer, that's what I looked for because I controlled what my car did.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with a lot of these automatics in my Volvo, I have basically a manual mode where I can do the same thing. I'm just not shifting the gears. I'm telling the truck to shift them, but it's doing it for me.
Right. And
Hmm.
my truck has
I
it too.
agree.
I just never use it unless I'm going like downhill. Again, of course you got to go slow enough, and
Absolutely.
sometimes the truck doesn't want to pick the right gear to do it in. That's the only time I use it. But other than that, I don't see a point. Just let the truck do what it's gonna do. Get good fuel economy. Focus on the road, and that's why I like automatics, because it's one less thing I have to focus on. Now I can just focus on what's actually around me, and I'm already a terrible multitasker.
Absolutely.
So you
uh,
know, to me, it's just silly. But this is also a heavily what's the word? The trucking culture is really just one upping people. Like I could say, quote unquote, oh, I'm better than Faith because I'm a lease op and she's a company driver. But Faith has a Volvo. So she killing me in that aspect. And then you got Phil, he could come in, kill both of us and be like, well, I do hazmat. Y'all ain't doing nothing. And I'm not sure what Erica is doing. You said you and your
All
husband,
of it.
y'all have your own yeah, so see, they doing everything. So that, like,
Yep.
really, the cycle
Hazmat,
never
tankers,
stops.
doubles, triples. But
Oh,
to your
oh,
point
you
though,
got
there's
it.
what but to your point though, I think like people wouldn't know that because we don't go around saying, yeah, we do this and yeah, we'll do that, and because who gives a damn at the end of the day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about one upping. It's about, you know what, am I taking care of what I need to take care of for what our plan is? Yes. Not everybody needs to know about it because not everybody is, supportive, and not everybody gives a
Hmm.
damn. And that's fine.
Not only that, but a lot of people that come into your life really just want to take from you. They're not really trying to see you do better anyway. So even if you do put them on game or something, either they're gonna hate on you for doing it, or they're gonna try to ruin it for you. One way or another, they're
Absolutely.
gonna people will try to sabotage you. That is just a truth
We
for
see it
whatever
every
reason.
day, Go Phoenix, when we listen to Trucker Brown. Somebody's always trying to hate on Trucker Brown. Somebody's always trying to hate on Loshawn. For what? These guys have been giving us drip, jewels, and gems for years. You know what I mean? Why would anybody on God's green earth want to hate on these guys for contributing their time and their experience? Same thing with you, Faith. What on earth? Why would anybody want to troll you? You're such an amazing human being. The little bit I do know about you, why would anybody want to come in and say anything negative about you? For what?
Yeah, I don't get it either. Especially when it comes to TB. I've been watching him since out early years of high school. I've always had an eye on him, and he has
Yeah,
never ever done anything to steer anybody in a direction that malicious. He never did anything with a malicious intent. So I don't see how you could
right,
hate on that. But I also think that's exactly why people hate him, because you are telling people to do better. You're guiding these people in the right direction, or a direction that could be beneficial. And it's probably somewhere along the lines of something you couldn't see yourself doing, or it's better than your actual lifestyle. And I don't want that,
right.
especially in
Yeah,
our community, people that look like me, if you know what I mean. They don't want to see you do
yeah.
better a lot of the time. And it's disappointing. But, I could never hate on that man at all.
Nah,
exactly.
me either. And like Cat Williams says, if you don't have at least two or three haters, you're doing something wrong. So
That's a
there's
fact.
that.
Yeah. And like kind of like both of you said, it all goes back to honestly, you have something they don't. And for the whole Trucker Brown thing, it just blows my mind, like you guys said, how anyone could ever hate on someone who is doing nothing but trying to bring people up and educate in a way that's not I mean, it's educating someone to better their life, to
Hmm.
come out of poverty, and he's not asking for anything in return, which is huge
Right,
Hmm.
because we're in a time where it's always, well, if I do this for you, what are you going to do for me? He doesn't want that. He just wants to help.
right.
It's the
Yeah,
same thing
exactly.
on my end. I don't know what I did to this Hensley guy other than put up the cash app. And my biggest thing, I don't necessarily like or welcome drama, and it's just I the only thing I can think of is I have a platform that is growing. I am starting to get a voice. I'm starting to find my, I guess, niche in life, which is helping people. And
Right.
someone like him, who shall not be named, doesn't have that. He relies on is negativity, and when sees someone being positive and excelling, it kills them, no matter who it is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, yeah, I think it's partly that, and partly, he just wants some of that thigh meat and know he can't get it. So you should be flattered.
Ah,
oh
right.
yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Oh, either that
Maybe
or
he was there when you fell and he saw the booty meat.
He was
maybe,
like, "Oh, I love a slice of that."
yeah. I mean, he saw the ripples and everything. He saw that thing back.
Ripples.
Listen, you are beautiful. Don't you ever forget that, Fabulous. Don't
Oh,
you
thank you.
ever forget it.
And so are you, dear. I appreciate both of you, especially. Oh, Go Phoenix, you've been killing me tonight. Ugh.
Yeah, glad I could bring some light into this situation.
Oh, absolutely. Both of y'all definitely have. I've enjoyed both of you, and both of you, including Willis. I did get your private chat, and oh, you're here. Hold on. Okay, you back in here now.
All right. I just gotta say something. Me and Go Phoenix be the same person. I be ready to punch someone in their face. It's like
Facts.
I be like the guy that's shipping. I cursed out my beep snatter about 3 times last week. I was ready to pull up. He's like everybody afterwards just got the wreath of my wrath after that. Like I was ready to fight everybody. He's like, if you did something dumb, I was ready to fight you. I was ready to throw down.
Oh
I
yeah,
had
stupidity make my bones creak, bro.
just like ah, I really think I could just like if I did it strategically and use tactic, I could really punch this guy in the face and get away with it because he's fat. I know I can outrun him. I'm
Yes, you
dark,
could accidentally trip and punch him in the face and be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know what was on the floor that I just tripped over."
and if I do that dark, he ain't gonna be able to see me because I'm dark skinned, milk chocolate.
Oh
So he ain't
crap!
gonna be.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I be planning this out. I be sitting in my front seat and be like, looking out at the truck stop and be like, man, I could really knock that guy out and get away with it.
Mhm. Oh, I'm telling you, bro. The only thing that stops me a lot of the time is the company on the side of my truck. If I was working with like the Russians or something like that, oh yeah, I'd probably go crazy.
That's why I'm going back to the small company. I can't deal with this mega carrier no more. The big pumpkin, I want to say their name. They don't.
Yeah, I'm starting to get in the same boat, but I want to get my hands on a new truck before I leave.
I'm keeping my truck. I don't get so much. I don't put a sound. I don't spend $4,000 on the sound system in this truck. I gotta keep it.
Ooh.
Oof. We
I
talking money.
think so.
See,
I even put.
I just need to finish the lease on this one, man. They owe me about $15,000. I can't walk away from that.
Are you with the
I even
league,
put an
Gold
underground
Phoenix?
lights in the truck.
Sure am.
Okay, yeah, we came from the league when we were company drivers. Yep. We looked at their lease program, but I don't. They wanted some strange things, and I was like, yeah, no, nah, nah.
Yeah, they some oddballs. It's worked out for me, but my issue that I'm starting to have with them is it's evident that they try to regulate your money, and
Right.
I'm just not with it. Like my father had recently quit, and in the 2 weeks leading up to him leaving, we both ended up making more money than we ever seen in our entire time here. And they finally sent me out where I said I wanted to go. I have been saying for months, like, yo, I'm sick of this East Coast stuff, man. Like, just send me to the West for a couple weeks or whatever. Soon as he says, yeah, I'm quitting, I go out there. And for the longest, they have been telling me, well, rates out West, they don't support solo operators, but I'm actually making more being out that direction. So I'm like, okay, so you're
Mm-hmm.
just lying. Now I know I can't trust you. I don't want to deal with y'all no more. But I
Yeah,
don't have
but
enough
you'll
experience
find
to
that
leave yet.
everywhere. You'll
Yeah,
find
that's
that
true.
everywhere.
That's very
Yeah,
true.
there's a lot of companies will try to regulate your money if they think that you're either A, making too much, or B, they can save money by sending a company driver on the route that would have paid you like 8 grand.
Yep.
They might
And
take it
that
off
has,
you and give it to the company driver because they may only have to pay them, $700 a week or whatever.
That's what
yeah,
did
they
to
get
me.
like 48 cents a mile over here. But yeah, that's always been my issue. I always end up eating too much. And then on top of that, I stay out anywhere from like 8 to 12 weeks at a time. So I got
Yeah,
that going. And I'll run recaps forever. So they see
right.
all of that, and it's just like, oh no, we can't let you get past a certain point because we got to answer for that. And it's like, okay, well, answer these.
Yeah. That's what the
I don't see how y'all like running out west. East is where it's at. Oh my
The
gosh.
East bores me. I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been
it's
out
super
east.
boring.
Yeah, I've been out east so much. It just all looks the same. Like I would run a loop from like Illinois down to Georgia, go up to Virginia, Maryland. Now I go up there, New York City, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. All of it just looks the same.
shit.
You know,
You ain't
out
wrong.
west, it's like, you have a certain level of diversity. The roads are wider. It's windy. I will say that, and mountainous,
Yeah.
but it's just all around a much more peaceful drive. Scenery, all of that is just, plus I live in Texas, so I don't really like being anywhere east of that.
Speed
Yeah.
limits are
Y'all know how I feel about Texas.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Look, Texas can kiss my butt.
Are you from Texas though?
Me?
No, Fab.
No, I'm from Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, she
All
up there
right,
where
we're
the lovers
neighbors.
be.
I'm from DC.
Oh,
The actual Washington DC.
wow.
So
Yeah,
we're
I'm from.
neighbors.
Yep, I'm from the Richmond area.
Okay.
Good old Richmond.
Awesome.
Yeah, I drove through DC the other day and I about pulled over and quit. I said I ain't doing this ever again.
Terrible experience, ain't it?
It was horrible.
Mm-hmm. You ever
Through
been
the,
through
through
New
the
York City?
actual city?
No, I didn't drive through the actual city, but I was around DC.
Okay.
That was
So you were
still
like on the
Uh,
Beltway. You were like on 95 or 495
yeah,
or
yeah,
295.
you talk about
Yeah. Okay.
like that Alexandria type area.
yes.
Right.
Ugh,
Mm-hmm.
it was
Yeah, that
horrible.
that place makes me itch. It's terrible. All that up there is awful.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you what on 95 too. I always miss those dang scales. Always. I'm like, dang it. Whoops.
You talk like the Maryland scales.
No, not the Maryland. Once you pass, I want to say it's up towards Jersey. That's when I start just missing the signs. I'm like, you know what? They'll be all right.
Yeah, you gotta catch me.
Yeah. Exactly.
I actually like Jersey.
Shoot.
Everybody hate Jersey. I like Jersey.
Woo!
Yeah, I like running the turnpike up that way, but until you get up to like that Newark area, everything before that is pretty smooth
Oh
actually.
yeah. Yeah.
I go to Newark a
Even New
lot.
York City on a Sunday is cool.
No, New York City. No, the 95 going through New York City takes 2 hours to go 2 miles. I
Oh,
can't deal with
It
that no
took me
more.
3 hours to get through that city one time. I was on a load going up there to Boston, little local run. Well, not local. It went from Newark, New Jersey to Boston. 3 hours to get through the city. I almost burned out my entire clock trying to get there. It
yep.
was bad.
The
But it
first.
paid me $5 a mile. I had to do it.
Woo! I know
Oh
the
my
first load I
goodness.
had when I signed on with this company, it took me right into Boston, and I'm gonna tell you, I had the worst time of my life.
I
Yeah. My
Dang,
believe it.
my
Hensley.
worst time was New York City. I'm like I'm no. I get some kind of weird anxiety when people honk the horns at me the way that they do and the tightness of the turns. I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. I'm not
But
a New York City driver at all.
To be honest,
yeah, no.
to be honest, I would rather deal with NYC than 68 through Maryland or 70 in Colorado.
Let me
I'd
tell
rather
you,
be in the
Phil,
city.
that's where I figured out. Not Phil, Gold Phoenix. That is
I
where
just
I
got
figured
off
out.
70.
And I just got off 68. That's where I figured out I had a compressor issue going down 68 in Maryland. I said, oh, I'm out of air. I gotta stop. Now, Willis, I know you said something about one of the comments I got up on the screen right now. What were you about to
Oh,
say?
oh, like dang, Hensley.
Yeah,
You,
he
what
goes
you say?
hard.
Yo, stink Cash App can kiss my butt. Someone,
Oh,
someone
poor
was touched as a
thing.
child. Someone was touched as a child.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Uh,
You know what, Faith? I'll be sure to send you a couple of dollars whenever we get up off of here,
okay,
just to
well,
make Hensley
thank
mad.
you.
Don't worry
Definitely.
about it. Go get you some Starbucks or something.
That's okay. Well, the biggest
Definitely.
thing is that I always like to poke fun at is I get paid from the videos. So the more he watches my videos, the more money I'm making. So you don't even gotta send me
Yeah,
a
he
cash out. I'm
contributes.
making money off you anyway.
You
Hey,
gotta
So
show
yeah,
me how to do
appreciate you,
that,
bro.
Faith.
I
You gotta
definitely will.
show me how to do that, girl.
If you inbox me, I'll definitely tell you all you need to know. And Hensley, if you want to call in, I got time tonight. Cause
I
I'll
just
pay.
want to ask Hemsley, why is he, you know, capping on you the way that he is? Like, what is the problem exactly?
I, you
He
know,
wants the booty meat. I'm telling you.
Hey,
he,
I'll pay for Hensley. I got time today.
okay,
I'll pay for
yeah.
Hensley.
I mean, Hensley,
Did you
Ooh,
call
bully him in
ooh. You know what?
school,
You know what? You
Faith?
know what? Hey,
Did you
hey,
bully
bro.
him? I'm
Matter
confused.
of fact,
Yo, he has to be like in his 60s, man. I don't even touch. I'm 23. I don't know what he's got against me. Well, he said he's 40, but I don't know.
oh
So
Well,
crap.
call
Hensley,
in,
if you want to
Hemsley. Let's
call
play in the
in,
sandbox. Let's go.
yep.
You got time today.
I do. I do. Hensley, call on in, man. We got time. We all got time.
Matter of fact, I can get off so he can get on if there's like, if you need more room for it.
Well, I know Gold Phoenix. I think he just left. He's probably doing the whole cash app thing, but I
He
don't.
just try.
He. Oh, here he comes. Oh
Gold
no,
Phoenix is trying to one up me. He always do that. We on Chuckle Brown's live. He one up me.
I know he
I
does.
don't try. I just do what I do.
I'm like y'all ain't right.
I'm like, I'll be the top bidder, and then he'll go out and be the top bidder. And I gotta one up him with $1.
Yeah.
That's so petty, man.
I would have been petty. He did a penny. I was gonna do it one
Like
time.
$3.01. Like, dang, bro. Like, we taking it that far?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I don't know, y'all. Why we might have scared Hensley off because he ain't. Let me drop the link again real quick because I might. Maybe that's what he
It's
wait.
funny how people act a certain way when technology is their guard. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Oh
they
yeah.
can actually hide behind social media or hide behind comments. Come on in the room, buddy. Say what you
Yep.
need to
Yeah.
say. I
Well,
mean,
here.
Like
if you want to be a man about it, I mean, come on.
Well, here's
ooh.
the biggest thing though, Erica, is I think one he always tries to do this when I'm on live, like by myself. But as soon as like say you were to get on here, even Gold Phoenix or Willis or whoever, that's when he backs down because now I got a, little quote unquote army behind me and he doesn't want that smoke because he's ignorant. Just
Yeah,
straight ignorant.
it's because you got real support and he's a coward. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
You know, if you don't,
that's coward
and
behavior.
if you listening and you don't like me saying that, yo, grow a pair of balls, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I don't like weak men. Weak men actually like infuriate me because they cause a lot of issues in the society we have at large, and you contribute to that. So I have nothing good to say to
Absolutely.
you, straight up.
I believe in anarchy.
I believe in revolution, man. Let's just execute them.
And the
I'm
revolution
kidding.
shall
I'm
not be
kidding. I'm kidding.
televised.
And I know that's like the biggest thing with this dude is if he actually had a problem with me, I would much rather him send it to the DM, get in contact with me, be a man and tell me what's the issue. I can
Yeah,
handle that.
exactly.
And honestly, we're adults. That's what I don't understand. Like I'm a very young adult, but I would like to say that I'm at least mature enough to handle an adult conversation about what I've done wrong or what I've said wrong. But here is the thing. With this guy, I have not said one thing out of the way to him until he came for me. And still at that point, I held my composure. I could have been real disrespectful. He came to me. talking about how something I was a fat dope hoe or something. Look.
You a
Sheesh.
He said
dope hoe
what?
and you a truck driver?
Oh yeah. Okay, listen. So here's his biggest thing. He put on there that I was a cracked out dope hoe, which I went and I made t-shirts. So thank you, Hensley, because I've sold quite a few of them dope hoe t-shirts. And I've made even more money off of you. So thanks. Um
Wow.
and guess what they say, y'all? They say the fabulous dope hoe. So thank you. Um, it was a
I
great
can't.
marketing pitch. So, but I don't know. I just, if this dude's problem is me having a cash app and people supporting me, then so be it. I'm sorry he's not getting money, but if he wants some pointers, I'll give him some. That's all it takes.
But the problem
Okay.
can't be Cash App because hundreds of YouTubers have Cash App. If they don't say Cash App, there's Cash App in the description. So you have a choice. You either Cash App or you don't. Period. What's the problem?
Ex-
Exactly.
exactly. And that was his
You know what I'm
biggest
saying?
biggest grievance even with Trucker Brown was the fact that Trucker Brown had a cash app and that he was quote unquote deemed as a racist.
Nah,
So
Faith. Let me break this down for you. It's not the fact that you guys have or advertise your Cash App. It's the fact that people actually pay you guys.
that is
Ain't nobody
Exactly.
doing that for him.
Right.
Not for real. And even if they are, it's not to the scale. Like y'all have actual support, and that he's jealous of that.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's and jealousy is a sickness. It really is. It's a sickness.
And I mean it is sad because like I said, I mean, I am here, especially when it comes to the trucking world or even the YouTube thing. I'm here to support and help other people. I want to see everyone get money. But for some reason, this dude don't want me getting no money.
No, he
Like,
don't want you getting no shine.
that's what it is. He doesn't want me also having a platform either. So,
Yup. On top of the fact you are associated with the most hated YouTuber on the planet,
oh, in the
Mr.
game, you
TV,
are.
Mr. TV, the one and only. They don't like that. I had somebody come on my channel and comment and go cry to BLM, and I'm
Hmm?
like, yeah, it was on. I forgot what video it was, but he said go cry to BLM, called me a diva, and I'm like, ah, that's funny, and I just blocked him. But they come for anybody who's associated with them.
Oh yeah, and that's
I
the
hate
it, and
that
it's so
stupid thing.
sad
That's
because all
insane.
it is. I don't know, and that's the thing, Erica. Like, I know I see you growing too, and I'm like, man, I want to hear you shut some people down though.
Mm,
Yeah, and
that's
here's
when
the
the
thing
fun
that I've learned.
begins.
I'll be 50 in October, right? And so
Uh
my
huh.
tolerance level is very short for ignorance. And so they can come if they want to. And I surely do invite it, but I promise you it won't go well for them. It just won't. Because I have too much life experience and I have too much, wherewithal to shut it down and just be like, dude, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you mean nothing to me and you never
Exactly.
will. And jealousy, you hate people hate to see other people do well because they wish it was them. Don't hate me because you ain't me. That's all I'm saying.
Mm,
Exactly.
Preach.
And it's just get on my level, ask me a question. Like I will never forget the one day I reached out to Trucker Brown about not only his YouTube but the trucking industry. He could have easily shot me down, but he didn't. I said, "Look, I look at you, I look up to you, da 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 da." I can't remember exactly what the message said, but I said, "I'm trying to get my CDL. Here's my issues. What do you think?" And he has supported me since that day. I didn't have anything for him. I had nothing to give him. I didn't have advice. I didn't have anything. But in my eyes, it was like he was my biggest, like one of my biggest supporters. I didn't even know the guy. That takes a
hmm
Wow.
talent and a heart that people just don't have anymore. And for people like
Yeah.
Hensley, they just hate to see other people getting one up on them or doing better than them. And Hensley, if you're in here, I just gave you a flat out actually Gold Phoenix said he was gonna pay for you, so come on in. Like, you're already making me money by being on my live anyway, so I invite you to come on because we want to have a conversation with you, but I don't see you in here no more.
She can hand
Yeah,
clap too. She mean
he
business.
not. Yeah,
Oh,
he
you
ain't
know?
about to. He ain't about to jump in here.
Nah, I mean, I already know what's going on. What's happening is
You ain't about that life, Hensley. You ain't about that life.
Put up or shut up.
oh, see, that's why I love you. Oh my gosh. See, but what's going on is I bet on his channel. I'm live on his channel. So once again, Hensley, thank you because that's making me some money. So, and Hensley, if you want to buy a shirt, I got some people that can personalize you some
No,
shirts.
autograph it for him and send it to him.
I should. Oh, look,
Yeah, autograph it and send it to him
the
with a
fabulous
thank you card.
Dopo. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
telling y'all,
really cannot put a face to this guy.
oh, you would know it if you
Because
saw
he
his face.
probably doesn't put his real face on there.
Well, see, that's the problem. He likes to hide behind the blackness and darkness of what is his, I guess, home life. And he won't show his face, but there's a reason for that. Um, yeah, so.
I don't know why.
Wow.
When I hear Hensley, I think of a guy who lost a contract for smoking weed, but he wasn't actually driving, like he owned the company. I don't know if that's that same guy or if it's somebody else. But that's what I think of when I hear his name.
It's an all I can say is it's an older white gentleman who he's known to be a pretty big troll. He kind of associates with some of the people that I guess used to try to associate with TB, but I'm not really going to speak a whole lot on it because I don't know the facts behind it. So that's about all I can
Does
tell you.
he have a channel? Does he have a
It,
channel with subscribers?
he does, and he actually has a pretty good subscribe count. And he is like right at 4,000.
Gotcha. Is it a diverse subscription base? Does he have like all kinds of people coming in or just a certain demographic?
It's a very certain demographic, if you know what I
Hating
mean.
white boys.
It's like bonehead
Let's
truckers
keep it
demographics.
let's keep it
Exactly.
organic.
Is it the good old boy demographic or I mean
Yeah, the red-blooded
okay.
Republicans.
It's the
Them
Never
cats.
Pulaski,
meaning
Tennessee
no harm.
demographic.
Yes, it is the same demographic that likes to put out there that TB is racist. So the good old boys,
That's
the overweight white
insanity.
boys who live off of
Yeah.
Mountain Dew and
Trailer
Fritos corn
parks.
chips. So yeah, it's the same dude.
Gotcha.
But I'm just waiting for him to come in here because I would love to know what I've done to him and honestly to bury this beef out. I don't
I hear
He
know.
Hensley. I
wasn't
think
the
about
only
trailer
one with
parks.
beef.
Oh, right. Big South Dakota type.
Poor
Like
guy.
trailer
He's
parks,
probably
Confederate
super
flag flying.
lonely.
Let them be
What?
lonely.
All
He
these
could
strip clubs
be
out
really
here.
lonely.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly. You know
problem though.
what?
The strip
Tinder is a
clubs
thing.
don't.
All you got to do is pay a little something. You get whatever you
Bumble.
want.
Yeah, but
Bumble.
the strip clubs they don't have the wheelchair access, so that's the problem with him going to a strip club.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I'm gonna
what's
Well,
start
he
the
can't.
thinking
difference
that far.
between the strip club and Cash App, for Christ's sake? To give it to a stripper, what the hell is the problem?
Look, I guess, like I said earlier, he wants to see that booty meat shaking and rippling, like them Lay's
You
chips.
trying to see them
Yeah,
ocean waves.
For those
I
Exactly.
adult.
cannot. Poor guy.
I
I don't
know.
know him, but he rubbed me the wrong way when he came at you the last time and was so disrespectful. Like I got no tolerance for that.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
because
I don't like, I just thought that was very foul and just cowardly. And so, like, I really want to know what his deal is. Because, I mean, why would you come at somebody trying to be helpful? You know what I mean? I don't understand it.
I don't either. And not only just me trying to be helpful, but I didn't even know this dude until he came at me. And I know Erica, you were on the live that he
I
came at
was. I was
me, like,
freaking pissed, too.
oh yeah. I mean, he literally said, I'm not gonna monetize this. So he literally was like, tell that bitch I said, fuck you, bitch. Hold on. That's fighting words. I didn't
Yeah.
Wait, he
what
called
did
you a
I do?
bitch?
Oh
Yeah, he
yeah.
did.
I mean, he called me so many names, along with the whole dopo thing, which I find hilarious. It was, crackhead, no good, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he even went to go in my DMs on Instagram and typed out, I know your daddy's from Alabama. First of all, he ain't. And basically threatening. He has sent threats to me saying if he ever seen me, he would take care of me once and for all.
Well,
Okay, you
clearly
know
he
what? You
brushes
need to
his teeth with
report his
Mountain
ass
Dew.
to Instagram and the
Yeah,
FBI.
He need his kneecaps broken.
Yeah, he
he,
does.
No, I'm telling you, I have various tools of bodily harm in here. I have a whole katana. Let
I
me
got a
see.
winch bar.
I have a specialized set of skills waiting to be used.
Dang, she keeping it all the way low key.
You know what I'm saying? I got a husband that's a 6'6" grizzly bear who's like a ticking time bomb. Bring it, Hemsley. We ready for you, buddy. We ready
I am
for
a
you.
disgruntled Marine veteran who never got to see combat, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ooh.
I'm about that action. I'm ready for it.
I ain't got no skills like
Don't
that, but
come
I
for
know I can
faith.
run faster than him.
Don't
So I'm
All
don't
good.
them,
come for faith. Don't
all them
do it.
fights I got in the club. Oh, I'm ready. I'm prepared. You ever
Ugh.
fought a
Hemsley,
Samoan before?
Faith has a
Samoan?
squad. She
He said a
squatted up.
Samoan.
Don't come
Don't
for
mess with
her.
the Samoans.
Don't mess with a Samoan.
Ugh.
Oh no, that turn your eye socket inside out.
They crazy. Like, I try to find Samoan. I'm like, nope. I ran. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Ugh. Oh man, just like I said, the one thing I got against him is I got legs that will work and carry me faster and as fast as I need to go.
Yeah.
I guess he's not gonna call in.
No, he's not. He's a coward.
He didn't want his kneecaps broken. Shit.
Nails ripped off tight. Ugh.
Oh, and I just saw y'all where my mama's in here. And thank you, mother. She said she's my #1 fan, just showing me some love. Keep doing you. I love you,
Oh,
mom.
Shout out to moms.
moms, you
Yes.
have an amazing daughter. She's instrumental to this trucking game, and we appreciate her so much.
Oh,
Uh,
well, thanks. Y'all gonna make me
very,
cry.
very high level of integrity. I completely support it.
Yeah, and man, I'm sitting on here talking about having a booty meat out and letting it ripple too. Maybe.
Oh nah. Listen. The dude want her booty meat. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He want it. He just mad he can't get it, so he gonna troll a little bit.
He
That's
can
like
get it on Plenty of
what
Fish.
was it? What was it they used to tell us in elementary school? If he's mean to you, it's because he likes you.
He
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
he's
ain't
likes
just
grow up
being
you.
a
fast
Yeah.
enough.
boy.
You can
Love
get on.
taps.
You got
They're
Plenty of
love
Fish,
taps.
Tinder, Bumble, Grinder,
Hey, he
Backpage. Well,
said
no, it's
he
gone.
said grinder.
You got all these options.
Holy crap.
Truckersmeet.com.
Craigslist.
Yeah,
The
I mean, there's
billboards that say massage. Don't forget those.
right. Yep.
Ooh, oh yeah, that mad massage parlors over there in Atlanta doing the herky jerky, if you know what I mean.
I was just down in
Right.
Atlanta.
Oh, look, my company don't let me go to Atlanta no more.
Hey,
Don't go there. It
the
sucks. I'm from there. Terrible
the
place.
Petro in Atlanta. You can get some. The Pilot and Boulder Crest. The Hoods right there. They be over there. I seen them the other day. You got all
Oh
these
yeah,
residents.
dude.
Nice.
Love's over there in Memphis. Go over there about
Loves
2
too.
a.m. You're gonna see a gang of them over there.
They pull up deep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Hensley. Well, this is your last chance. I'm giving you a free one. I'll even let you come on the channel and speak your piece without no
You got
interruptions.
you got to lure him in with a liverwurst sandwich.
Oh, jeez. That's the worst.
Nah. You need one of them. You need one of them big Slim Jim joints.
Yeah. A liverwurst sandwich, Slim Jim, and the Mountain Dew. He come in.
And a cheese stick. Don't forget the cheese sticks.
Maybe a monster at the end of it.
In some wintergreen dip.
He said,
Oh,
wintergreen.
my God.
Lord have mercy.
All right, y'all better leave this
And a
boy
Red
alone.
Bull, because it gives you wings.
There you go. He gonna have to fly after all that. I was ready for it tonight too. Normally I don't welcome that kind of stuff, but I was ready.
No, I'd have loved it. I just give me a minute. Just give me a reason to pop off after my I do it.
Offer him a Confederate flag. I bet he'll come in.
Oh, set it on fire. Watch what happens.
I'm in that territory too right now.
Who
Where
you
you at?
telling?
I'm about 20 miles away from Pulaski, Tennessee,
Whew.
Ooh,
Oh
where
wow.
the KKK was founded.
ooh. Man, I
Oh.
thought
Did
I
the
was doing bad. I'm
got
up here in Nebraska.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in Ohio, but I mean,
That's
it
no
didn't
better.
work out like that.
Blasted said when you're down in them areas, you're gonna get something you can't get rid of. I'm assuming you talking about STDs.
Yeah,
Or
Uh
maybe.
maybe.
oh. Get something
Y'all
you
look
can't rid of.
out
Get
now.
rid of. I'm assuming you talking about STDs.
Podcast will die trying.
Yeah,
Or
Uh
maybe.
maybe.
oh.
Oh, what's up,
Get something
Law?
you can't get rid of.
Cummins
Get rid
King.
of. I'm
What's good
assuming
with
you
you,
talking
bro?
about STDs.
Podcast will die trying. Light
What up?
skin
Or
Or
man.
uh
maybe.
oh.
What
How
the
you
hell?
Get
Hold
something
on,
you
hold
can't
on,
get
hold
rid of.
on.
Cummins
Get
King.
rid of. I'm
What's good
assuming
with
you
you,
talking
bro?
about STDs.
Podcast will die trying. Light
what up?
skin man.
Did y'all hear that echo in that playback?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I
insane.
did.
Law, you gotta get your stuff together. Come back in. Come on, Jay Killer, get your stuff straight.
Nah, see what,
Come
what
on,
happened
lemonade,
is
Larry.
what happened is his internet runs off Cummins X15 and it
No,
shot
no,
Okay.
no, no,
wires.
no.
So I'm just playing with him. You
I
back
was
in
watching
here?
on YouTube, so I was watching on YouTube and then I clicked the stream on.
Yeah, you doing good, man?
What's
I'm
I
up,
ain't seen
great,
you for a
bro.
lemonade?
minute.
Couldn't be better.
No, I'm glad to hear it.
Couldn't be better. Everything's good. How y'all doing?
Magnificent as
Amazing.
always.
Out here chilling.
I'm glad to see it. I just want to tap in and see what y'all folks was talking about. That's all.
We talking
We
about
talking
Hensley.
biz shit.
Oh God. Oh,
You already know.
Yeah, I'm convinced he brushes his teeth with Mountain Dew.
He a Klansman.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the man. I said I was gonna do my research because of faith. I cussed him out on TV show. So I don't know enough about the man, and I told him anytime he wanted to come on my platform and we could talk about it. We could talk about it because I don't know him, and I shouldn't have said what I said to him because I don't know him. But at the end of the day, it seems like he's the type of guy that made his bed and now he has to lay in it. You know, I don't,
Yeah,
but I don't
that's
know enough
crazy.
about the guy to really comment on him. Tell you the truth, it's just he came in saying, all of that clickbait. He does a lot of, he was saying a lot of the clickbait type stuff. The stuff to kind of get you riled up.
Yeah, the hot takes.
Yeah, and I don't like racist people or having racist talks or being accused, or I don't like people trying to affiliate me with something that sounds like we're racist. You know what I mean? Like everybody everybody on this platform for the most part, well, not platform, but everybody on this screen right now pretty much know I'm the last person to be, I'm not
That's
racist
right.
at
That's
all.
right.
All my
Not at
kids is
all.
all mixed up. So,
Yeah.
and I don't like racist people because racist people are just idiots. They're stupid people, and I don't like stupid people.
I
And you have a
agree.
heart of gold, lemonade, Larry, aka
I
J.K.
try,
Law,
depending
aka.
on who you ask. Depending on who
Yo,
you
you light skin.
I just came in here to say, hey, Mama Faith, what's going on?
Hey, don't even start. Look,
Hey, listen, I'm just saying hello. That's all.
yeah. Listen, Law, I used to think you hated me because you came for me before that whole Hensley incident.
Yeah, I was just poking at you. That's all, trying to get you
Uh,
involved.
and let
Just,
me tell I was so excited to see when you were defending me. I was like, yeah, that's right. Uh-huh.
yeah, because, well, I mean, the world could use a lot less of the people that's, talking shit about other people. It's like, just do what you do. Stay in your lane, my man, and, stop talking. It can't be what you're doing by asking for cash apps, which I'm also another person that welcomes donations or whatever, because it's not easy making content and driving and doing a full-time job, doing something that requires most of your time and then etching out enough time to create content. It's not an easy thing. And and for whoever's doing it and don't require donations or don't ask for donations or don't do anything of that sort, God bless them. We appreciate you if you putting out positive content and saying things that are entertaining as well, because let's face it, most of the people on this platform and my platform and other various platforms are just on there to burn miles to get down the road. So most of us, we just
Yes,
trying to
sir.
stay awake.
Right.
Yep.
you know we just trying to stay up, and it's good when you run into a platform that's running alive, that you could feel like you're a part of it, that you could feel like it gives you energy going up and down the road. So you feel like you invested in it, and it gives you some. People find it's like a good talk show. It's like a good it's just like a good show on TV. Like once you get invested in something, it's like you vested. You got to watch every day. You got to come on and see what people are talking about and how they feel and where they at. Whether you wish them bad or you wish them good, you still want to go on and see what's going on that platform, and that's where we at with it. So I
Facts.
definitely, anytime you go live, or if I have anything that if I could come in, if I could come in and be messy, or if I could come in and be funny or provide any entertainment for you, I'd be more than willing to do that, because I want to see you succeed on your platform. You know what I mean? I want you to, you put out good information for the most part. You're not messy. You don't, you know, I like your platform. So I don't, I don't mind coming in and trying to route things up, or just be cool and just give my insight, whatever the case may be, whatever it calls for,
Well,
or
thanks.
just listening. But, you know,
And I support you as well. Like I said, I refer everyone over to anyone's channel that I actually mess with. And that's the thing a lot of people don't realize about, when I know personally for me, when I ask for the donations, if I don't get donations, that's fine. I don't really care, but it's the research that's done behind the scenes. When I talk about things that I necessarily may not know a whole lot or I'm ignorant about, I do research. It could be 5 minutes, it could be an hour of research, and then I have to go through the content. And then I have to go through with worrying about shooting the content, making sure I'm not breaking any rules with the company I'm with. And then, I mean, there's so much to it, and especially being able to carry on conversations. I've never been, the podcast type or able to hold an intelligent conversation very well, or an interview type thing. So it's constantly, you are working not only on yourself, but you're having to work a full-time job and keep up with the content. It's a never-ending cycle, and I think asking for donations, there's nothing wrong with it at all, especially when you
Nothing.
have something to offer.
yeah, it's tough, and it takes practice. It takes a lot of hard work, and to get good at it, to truly be somebody that that gravitates to a lot of people, it takes time. Like, it's not like I say, I don't mind you getting up here doing whatever you're doing. People had people had the option. If you don't want to support the channel, just no damn support the channel. But don't get
Exactly.
up here and his main gripe is that you begging, like you stripping for singles or some shit. Like, it's like, come on, bro. How do you compare the two? Like,
And that's the part that get me, because like if you compare Faith to like some of the chicks you see on Instagram talking about, go to my link in my bio, she's fully dressed.
right.
So
And honestly, the biggest part about that Gold Phoenix, no one has ever seen me waist down. Like, I hate to say it like this, the biggest asset I have is on my lower half. That is, I hate to be like this. That's one thing that always had, was booty. That is why I don't get on this channel and
and
whip
she
it
said
out.
she
I
got
know I
that
always.
pound cake.
Right. I have, yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I could get out here in my short shorts and do those pre-trip videos and, wash the truck, but I'm trying to respect myself by being, like you said, fully dressed, not showing. I've been called a prude on here, and then I've been called basically a cracked out dope hoe and a whore. So it's just, you
And
can't win.
and, that- and that's the thing, especially like I can't speak from a woman's perspective, obviously, because I'm not a woman. But what it looks like for to me is like you could dress up and do all this extra stuff, someone's gonna say something about that. You strip, someone's gonna say something about that. You don't ask for money, someone's gonna say something about that. If you do, now you go digging a begging or whatever. So, you can, yeah, you're not winning. You're just not.
Yeah, damned if
They,
you do, damned
So
if you
if you
don't.
and if you damned if you do and damned if you don't, you might as well do what the fuck you was gonna do in the first place.
right. Listen, if they lucky I ain't you, because if I was a woman and I had a big old whatever, I listen. I'm pulling them
I'll
joints
be
out.
swinging
Listen,
cheeks.
Faith, you got a
I'm,
good dunk, girl. You got a good dunk.
I'm pulling.
Look,
I'm watching the tandems and everything down. I'm all up under the trailer.
Yeah.
You
I
so
look.
don't
in
even
love.
care. I'll be wearing them leggings so thin you can see through them. I'll be
Uh,
doing the most.
Man,
well,
click
look.
it. Click if you
Oh,
want. If you don't like it, whatever. It ain't for you.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you
The
what,
thumbnail
law.
would just be one
Made,
cheek.
yeah, right. I made a video 2 days ago about sliding tandems. I decided not even to post it because Erica, yeah, but don't, I can't help it. My cheeks hang out the bottom of my shorts, so I
That
can't.
is
Hey,
not
Like,
a bad thing.
it's not. It's not. And I would love to use that superpower, but I was taught to respect myself, and that's what I'm trying my best to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Says
Look,
oh
superpower.
my
no.
husband says, put your safety vest on when you get out of the truck, please. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
that.
baby.
Now you doing right, and that's why I respect your channel. That's why I like your channel, because I really don't like females that do that. Not saying that I have anything against them. I ain't gonna get on here and bash them or nothing like that. It's just not my type of. It's not my cup of tea. I'm not finna sit up there and watch somebody that. It's about the content for me. If you're giving out good content, if you're giving out good gems, if you're saying things that I actually can learn from, then yes. But if you just getting up there and you got on some thin leggings, you know what I mean? Like it gets old after a while. You know what I mean? Like it really does.
Yeah. It's the same thing that the next chick is doing. There's only a handful of female creators on YouTube that I actually watch for that same reason. To me, it's like if I really want to see something, I got a phone book of numbers I could call. So why
Mhm.
am I gonna pay you any attention when you just
Yeah,
doing the
we got
same thing that this chick, that chick? I could get something custom.
we got XNXX Pornhub. Also, like, no, I guess like a million porn sites. Like, why would we? Like, if I come on YouTube,
Hmm.
just me personally, I come to see information. I come to get information usually, or be entertained, not sexually. Because, like I said, we got porn sites to be entertained sexually. Why would I get up
Exactly.
here and watch a girl bend over and clean her tandems when
You could
I ain't
go
gonna get into what
somewhere else and
I
see
ain't
everything.
gonna I ain't gonna get into what I'm into on whatever. But at the end of the day, that's not this. I'm not here for that. So that's what I respect about your platform is that you come on and you actually try. You could say you either do some writing or some deep thinking about what you're gonna say before you get on and say it. Like it's already been at some form rehearsed. Like, okay, I'm gonna get on here. This is what I want. Whether it's talking about making the bed or whether you're talking about your experience at Swift, something that you were going through, or whether you're talking about how you don't want to tell people what job you're working at and what job you're working at and what reasons why you want to keep that thing secret or whatever the case may be. It makes sense. You know what I mean? It's all stuff that makes sense, and it's like, oh, okay, seeing your perspective on things, not just seeing the crack of your ass hanging out. Like it's just
Right.
we got sites for that. We got OnlyFans for that. Why would we want to sign up for that?
Faith
Exactly.
is she's a breath of fresh air. I'll put it like
Right.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Look. I'm gonna tell everyone. In high school, all I had was personality to rely on, so that's what's
Did you
been
say
carrying.
you was? Did you just basically say you was ugly back then?
Oh, listen, I looked like a whole like tube of toothpaste. I was just square bodied, built like a football player, braces, hair that was so crunchy you could just break it off. I was not. I didn't get my curves till after high school. Put it that way. I look like a 12-year-old boy.
Now
Oh,
let me
snap.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, because one could be envious of some of your subscribers or whatever the case may be. How long you been YouTubing?
About a year and 2 months.
Nice. And I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're able to get the amount of the amount of clicks or the amount of watch or views or whatever you're getting. I'm glad you're able to get that in, the time frame that you've been doing it. And I would just, like I say, I come on here, I'm gonna go back to listen, I'm gonna come up off of here, but um I would just say keep plugging away, keep thinking of different things, different ways to shoot your videos, different ways to come up with content, different content. Don't be afraid to venture out and try new things. I know you have a level of transparency that you want to stay beneath, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to be as transparent as I possibly could too, because I know that, people there's for the amount of people that's here to support you, there's almost an equal amount of people that's here to tear you down. So I would definitely
Facts.
keep your transparency level where it is and whatever you're comfortable with, but don't be afraid to keep trying new things and keep, it's you got people out here that's noticing certain things that you're doing, or trying to, that wants to encourage you to do different things, just like I encourage Erica to make more videos,
Thank
to
you. I
try to do more
appreciate
stuff,
that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Well
Well, thank
said.
and
Well said.
yes, very well said. And I appreciate all the advice that all of you have to give. I really do take it, internalize it and process it to the point where I'm just trying to do better and just build a life that I actually want to live and build a life that I'm going to be happy with, 30 years from now.
Hmm.
That's what's up. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
a
have no
fact.
kids either, so take full advantage of that.
Oh, yeah. No kids coming along soon.
And
I hope not,
ain't
anyway.
nobody, I wouldn't need them little bastards running around right now. But yo, check this out. If at any moment you need any type of encouragement, Faith, do you know who Happiness by the Mile is?
I do.
Yeah, look at her subscriber count. She kind of follows the same formula that you're talking about as far as like respecting herself and stuff like that. That is what that can get you.
Yep.
So if at any point you ever feel like you need to pull the booty cheeks out or whatever, yeah, just go remind yourself with that and stay on your path.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Let's.
They lucky I'm not you, because I swear I'd be wilding. I ain't gonna
Oh yeah, I'll
stand.
be slanging butt cheeks. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
ain't gonna lie. I'd be going crazy. Like, not too crazy, but crazy enough where, like, yeah, I saw that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Man,
ain't.
I'll be twerking in the sleeper. I'll be doing all kinds of. Don't let me get a broom and sweep out the trailer now. Man, that'll be a sight.
Oh, look, I'm gonna tell y'all what. I typically never get the itch to bring them out. The only one time I've actually thought about it was when I got pulled over by good old DOT, and
Gosh.
I had the yams out. They were out when he asked me to get out and open my hood. I used what my mama gave me, and let
Hmm.
me tell y'all, it got me out of some stuff. So I said, all right, that's cool.
Yo,
You
Hey,
should
give me
not
Miss,
some of
the
that
yams.
feminine
You didn't show
charm.
them the
I ain't mad at
yams.
you.
The whole yam. I mean, the whole yam
Damn.
was out.
hey, Mr. Williams, cool out in the comments, man. Talking about some men have booty cheeks also. Cool out, dog. Relax,
Looking
relax.
like a Thanksgiving turkey. You better stop
Yep.
it, girl. Don't hurt them
I
out here, Hammer. Don't hurt them.
Damn.
I'm trying not to hurt feelings out here, y'all. I'm trying. It's hard some days.
All right, well, God bless y'all, man. Hey, y'all keep it up. I'm gonna continue to listen though. You see it in the background, so I'm gonna keep listening to y'all and working on some stuff myself, in the background while I'm listening. God bless y'all. Go Phoenix, keep it up. Erica, give me some more videos, man.
For sure.
And Miss Bourne, keep doing your thing.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
much
you. I
love, Law.
appreciate
All right, 100.
it. I really like that dude. He's
Yeah, he's
awesome.
cool as hell.
Yeah, he's awesome. I appreciate him. And I'm gonna let y'all go too, so I can focus on this road. It's been an honor and a privilege hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much, Fab, for all you do. You're an amazing inspiration, and don't let anybody steal your joy or your shine, sweetheart.
Well, thank you, dear. You be safe and definitely DM me here soon because I'd like to get in touch with you as well.
For sure, I got you.
All right, girl. Have a good night.
You too. Bye. I'll be listening
Stay
though.
safe.
Okay, bye. So it's just back to me and you, Gold Phoenix.
Yep.
it's been 2 hours, y'all, and not a single one of y'all have hit the Cash App. I am quite upset.
Yeah. Shoot, I'm gonna hit your cash app later on. I'm riding through Nebraska right now, so you know how that
Oh,
be.
yeah, you. I mean, no one has to, and that's the. Oh shoot, we still got James. Hold on, James. I forgot to pull him in. James, can you hear us?
You done forgot about me.
I know, my bad, my bad. How are you?
I'm doing all right, doing all right. Getting ready to start my night here in about an hour.
Ooh, you on that night shift tonight?
Hey, the
Yeah, I got a
night riders
load
get
that's got
paid,
to
right?
pick up, and yeah, I got a load that's got to pick up. Well, technically it can pick up whenever, but it delivers over in Indiana about 8:30. So
Oof, that's a tough one. Now, let me ask, what you think about this whole conversation tonight?
honestly, I've just been dying over here.
I was waiting for you to call in. I was like, man, my best moderator needs to get his butt in here because we were about to have some stuff blow off.
Oh yeah, I've just been dying over here with you guys. Shit.
I was gonna put this up to monetize this, but I think I ruined that cussing all I was. So hey, it is what it
Little
is.
bit, little bit.
Oh well, I don't know. So, COVID said this white girl got booty magnet. What the world?
What?
I don't
The
know.
hell does that mean?
I'm a magnet to trolls. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Yeah, chunky white guys.
Hey, look, don't hate on my chunky white men now, because they make me money too, Gold Phoenix.
Fair point. Fair point.
Nah, and I don't know. I normally I'm not the one to come for someone like that, like I did tonight. It gets to a point where he's left me alone. And James, I know me and you had this conversation a couple days ago or last week. I was actually telling James like I haven't heard anything, and I was like, I even said like hope everything's cool. But it's like he comes for me at the weirdest, oddest times, and it does get to a point where I'm just like, look, tell me why there's an issue. Tell me what's up. We can work this out like adults. But the only reason he's doing this too is for content. I'm not. I'm a little educated, and my only one thing is I know if I bring him on my channel, it's gonna bring other trolls. Not only that, like I can't deal with ignorant people. If you are ignorant to the point of where you can't have a intellectual conversation, I don't even want to associate at all with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So
To
I
me,
don't know.
like you shouldn't talk to anybody where it costs you brain cells to deal with them. If like it's one thing to get messy. Getting messy is fun every so often, but at the same time, if this was somebody that cannot build upon the foundation that you've already started, you know, what's the point? You clearly have goals and ambition and something that you set out to do. If somebody isn't adding to that, what point is there for them to be around in the first place? And
Ex-
that's not even just YouTube. That's just life in general.
exactly.
Right.
And I've actually been through, some personal stuff and learning. Like sometimes you just have to, on the personal standpoint, you have to let people go in order to, I guess, bloom. Some people are just there because you benefit them somehow, whether that's, a piece of drama that creates content, or whether it's you just making them feel better about themselves, or just knowing that they have you. Sometimes you just have to let shit go, and you got to let people go and realize what's toxic, what's healthy, and what's not.
Yep. Take a step back and see how they react to it.
Exactly. And thank you. So Jason Lawrence sent me $10 for to keep thinking outside the box. Hashtag supporting faith. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Jason. That's awesome. But it I don't know. This is your last call, Barry, because my phone's dying, and I've been on here for 2 hours, and I would like to get to talk to you tonight, but You probably doing a
So he
live on your.
was talking about coming in, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he called in once right before you got on, and then basically no, right as you got on, and I told him he'd have to send me $20 to the Cash App, and then he told me no, but then Gold Phoenix was like, "I'm gonna pay for him," so I was gonna let him
Oh
in,
wait, no,
but
you said Barry. You're talking about Hensley.
oh, did I say? Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah, you
Barry.
said Barry.
Okay, my bad, Barry. You know us all love. I was reading your comment about you not believing that I look like a football player. Y'all look, y'all don't believe me? Go look at my Instagram. I look like a whole like linebacker. I had nothing.
I mean, would you rather be a linebacker or a quarterback?
As a female or just in general?
I guess as a female.
Okay. As a female, probably a linebacker, but I was about to say I would love to be the famous quarterback. Y'all know.
That's hilarious.
It is. And that's one of my biggest things too that I think Hensley, not Barry, he hits a spot because I understand that I'm sure there's stuff on YouTube and stuff going on in his life where people are very mean and nasty to him. I'm sure. I mean, we all have those people in our lives. For
Right.
me,
Right.
my biggest kind of eye opener for that was high school. I wasn't necessarily bullied, but I've always been, even ever since I can remember as a child, I've been a little bit on the heavier set side. I remember always since I don't know, maybe 10, struggling with my weight. It's been just a thing that I've had to deal with my whole life. And
Mm.
I remember being told in high school when skinny jeans were first coming in, I was told you are too big to wear colored skinny jeans. I don't know why. It was like maybe it was the color of them. I don't know. But I was told that by someone who was very close to me. And that's when, like, I guess the kind of subtle bullying started. And that is what hurts me for him because I know he is doing what he's doing out of anger. And I honestly I stooped to his level a little bit tonight, and that kind of sucks. But I mean, enough is enough.
But you think about how long has this been going on before you finally decided to pop off a little bit? Everybody has their limits. I come off as a relatively calm, collected individual, but every so often I will blow a gasket and then go right back to what I'm doing right now, just chilling. You know,
Yeah,
it's the human thing to do.
it
Right.
is. It's just I don't know. A part of I just don't. I understand why he's probably so angry because I know there's some things probably going on in his life. It's just I think as I get older, I realize, like Erica just said, hurt people, and sometimes you have to go back and sometimes almost think to yourself, why are they doing this and why are they acting this way? Now, I will give y'all a piece of advice. I've been reading a lot. I don't know if Gold Phoenix or James, have you ever heard of the comedian Miss Pat?
No.
I have not.
So she's a comedian. She's amazing. Basically, she's had a kind of a rough childhood growing up. She actually grew up in Atlanta. She's had her nipple shot off. She got shot in the back of the head. Like she was a crack dealer. All this, all that. Like had two kids by the age of I think it's like 13. Um, her book opened my eyes, and even talking to my mom, it really opened my eyes to people do things for a reason. It's deeper than we think. I know there's a part in the book where it talks about Miss Pat went into the schoolroom closet and ate someone's lunch. Now the teacher walked in, automatically assumed this child is stealing. All she's going to be is someone who grows up to steal things. Da 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 da. Well, the teacher didn't think to ask her as a third grader, hey, why are you stealing someone's lunch? Well, moral to the story was Miss Pat's mom had disappeared and didn't feed her for days. So I don't know. Maybe he's just so miserable in his life that he has to put some of his misery out on other people. And hey, if that's
Yeah,
me, we can have a
want
conversation.
somebody else to feel his kind of pain.
Exactly. And I've been there. I'm actually
Of
starting
course.
trying to get out of a situation like that myself. Like I want so badly for someone to feel what I feel, but sometimes you just gotta let it go, move on, and accept they never will.
Yeah, and see
Right, exactly.
when you start to mature mentally, not saying you're not mature at all, that's not what I'm saying, but as people, when you start to mature in your mind, which happens differently for all of us, you realize, yes, this hurt me, but if it wasn't a good feeling for me, why on earth would I want anyone else to feel that? And so you start to live in a way that, you try to prevent others from going through your pain. Like, and in my life, I've been through a lot of things. I was homeless at one point, dealing with, drug abuse and stupid, all kinds of crazy shit that I've done that I'm not proud of. But I know where it got me back then. So I
E-
always try to steer people away from that type of direction or whatever. And I could be hard on them, a little bit mean or whatever, but it's all because, I know where that goes, bro. It's not something you want. And it takes a
exactly.
lot to get to that point to where you could do the righteous thing, I guess you could say. And it's not always appreciated. More often than
It's
not, it isn't.
exactly, and that's something that's never really talked about too. Is I know when you were talking about like being mature mentally, I have a lot more maturing to do. You're what? Go Phoenix. You're 23 as well, right?
22.
Oh wow. Oh, you're a
Okay,
baby.
so we're all the same age here then.
Yes.
Everyone calls me a baby, man.
I
Goodness.
know. I'm only 23, so I mean, I say last year I thought I was very mature for my age, but I'm learning that I have a lot more maturing to do, and a lot of the maturing for me has come from being hurt. And
Right.
yeah, I'm a huge empath. Like, if you're feeling something, I'm gonna feel it. If you tell me you're sad, I somehow become sad. And for
Hmm.
me, living like that, it has made me who I am. But also, like you're saying, if I can stop someone or prevent someone from feeling the heartache and just the, I guess, misery of a feeling, I'm gonna do it. But
Hmm.
people just don't want to listen, and I mean, I don't know. It's like y'all said, it's not appreciated and it's not sought after. All that's really sought now is what's the quick fix? It's never how much work do I want to put in, and let me do the hard work to actually fix these things. So
Uh-huh. And that's
let's
the
see.
key
We
part. It takes work. No one want
It
People want
does.
the results, but they don't want to put that effort in, and that's the disappointing part about humanity. We all want, but don't want to do.
Yeah. And it's the same thing about this whole weight, like I'm talking about. I've thought about it. Well, diet pills. Why am I looking for the quick fix when I know this is a lifestyle change? It's going to take literally the rest of my life for me to work on this. So why don't I do it the right way? But
Hmm.
I don't know. It's, I guess I got a little bit of that in me as well, but I don't
You're
know. This is
human.
exactly. And that's what everyone needs to realize. Everyone on here is human. Everyone that's going to listen to this is human. What's up, Jaka? I see you. But we've only been here for 2 hours. Gold Phoenix, James, Erica, Law, who else? Willis, hold on, King the Trucker. Thank you all for coming on. You guys are amazing. Y'all need to call in more often because this has been a nice conversation.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So, but I am going to go ahead and get off here. I guess I'm not going to monetize this because I will get kicked right off of YouTube and that'll suck. So,
Yeah, I don't want to do that now. Don't want to do that.
Can't play them
yes.
games, nah.
Yes, and Miss Erica, I definitely want to get some of your insight on a couple of those personal things I was talking about because it'd be very nice to have, another woman give me an outside of the box, or what is it called? Not outside of the box. Crap, it's getting late. An outside look onto my situation. So, I'll definitely DM you, James. Definitely hit me up. I gotta start around 6 o'clock, so I guess I'll be talking to you. You'll be still running then. So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm probably not going to shut down till probably, I don't know, afternoon sometime tomorrow. So,
Okay. Well, I'm picking up a trainee, so
oh
yep.
boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
word?
Where look, go see. I haven't put this on my channel either, y'all, but this will be my third trainee.
So they actually
Mm.
talked you into taking her then?
They did. There was some very harsh stipulations on my end, but yep.
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
you'll have to
shoot, if you're
definitely
getting
give me the
paid,
details when I call you later.
Yes. Yeah, Go Phoenix, I'm gonna be getting paid, but I'm gonna tell y'all what, I've been driving for probably a little over a year and a half, and it blows my mind how they get people to train, because they were asking me it's 6 months to train. I think it's absolutely insane.
yeah, my fleet
Yeah,
manager did the same thing. They continuously bug me about it, actually. And I'm
my
like, yo, I'm
company
19
they
months
don't.
in, but sheesh.
So
Yeah.
my company they don't want you to train until you have at least a year, but I personally think that's too soon.
I I agree, even with having, just say almost 2 years almost. I feel like I still learn something every day. So I don't feel I'm giving my trainee any justice whatsoever when I'm sitting here like looking at them like, well, I don't know. So
Yeah. And see, my thing
Right.
is with training for the first student, if I take one, I have to actually teach them everything they need to know from the ground up, get them their license and all that, and then I got to do their over the road training with them before I could just stick to strictly OTR training. So I'm like, I can't, I don't want to teach no one to get their license. Mm-mm,
yeah.
not at all.
And my biggest thing is I don't know. I'm trying to find my way in training because the other two, it's been only females, and that's how one of my stipulations behind training is. I only want to train females. That's what I'm here for. I want to see females succeed. So if I am the one female trainer in this company, you best bet I'm gonna do all I can.
Right.
But when it comes to personalities with women, and I hate to be this way, but it it takes certain women to like other women. Um
Yeah, that blind hatred thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because a lot of women don't support women. Now me, even if I don't like you, like even if I don't like your personality, I still want you to succeed, but I might not be able to help you do it. So that's my biggest thing. If
Right.
it's hard for me to click with personalities of other women. That's why, like Erica, I felt it automatically. I was like, this is someone I like, this is someone I can talk to, and it was just quick. And it works the same way when it's the opposite. Now I'm trying to find a way around that to where I can help every woman succeed. And as y'all know, with trucking, everyone does it different. I think it was you, Gold Phoenix, that got on me one time because I was using cruise while it was raining.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hate to say
Reckless.
it, yes. I hope safety's not listening right now. But and after that, I stopped doing it because you kind of made me think twice about it. And then I was like, oh, this is probably why I shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And, James, you do different than what I do. You
Right.
drive different, you back different, everyone does it different. And I have a problem with telling someone, this is how you do it. Because when my trainer did that to me, I wanted to quit because I was like, yo, if this is how you do it, I can't do this. So,
Yeah, and that was my problem when I went to go get my license. My PSD trainer, we constantly were bumping heads essentially because he had a way of doing things that to me didn't make sense, and he used to hate that I asked so many questions because I'm like, I want to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. He would always say, well, if you just do it, it'll start to make sense. So I finally just shut up. He broke it down to a science. So I did things his way, but over time, once I got away from him, I started finding the flaws and making adjustments. Like, okay, if I do it this way, that's better, whatever. Not to mention, I'm driving a completely different truck. So, you know, the only thing you could really do is give them a general guideline, and they have to be able to connect the dots in their own head. But if they can't do that, that's their responsibility. That's not your failure.
totally agreed. I know I hold myself to this like standard. And again, you guys know this channel was created to help women. I hope I'm helping, but I don't know. Um it's just hard. I know the first trainee I had, and I haven't even spoke about this on YouTube yet, so you guys get a sneak peek. James, I think you know about it.
I probably
Our,
do.
yeah, our personalities did not click. She was actually from. I'm just trying not to put out any information. She was from Baltimore, and of course, me being a
Ooh.
Virginia girl, I'm just like, I didn't understand the way she was talking to me. I felt like
Yeah,
I wasn't, yeah, I wasn't quite
Baltimore got
sure.
their
And
own language.
exactly. I'm not hating on anyone from Baltimore because I actually am in that area quite often, and I don't want to get my ass beat. Um, but it was like I failed because I couldn't keep her in the truck, and it was to the point where we didn't get along, and I'm just like, man, like, what did I do? And it just boiled down to she wouldn't listen to me, and that was it. It was nothing that was my fault, but I just felt like I failed because I couldn't help another woman. Now she did go on, she passed her stuff, got her test, got her own truck, so I mean she did succeed, but it's so much into training. The trainer has the trainee's life in their hands, and the trainee has the trainer's life in their hands. It's a scary situation if something's to go wrong.
All right, I'm about to say something very controversial.
Okay.
When it comes down to women in this industry, at least from what I've seen at the company I'm with, a lot of them get into this for the wrong reasons to begin with. A lot of them aren't getting into it necessarily because they want to change their life or they're trying to get away from a situation, they want to better the lives of their kids or their family, and all. They're not doing it for those reasons. A lot of them come into it either one hoping to find a man, or two because they are trying to prove a point where it's like, well, this is a male dominated industry and I want to be able to prove that women could do it, and they're getting into it for the wrong reasons. So a lot of them bump heads. Even at this company, they're desperate to find people willing to train women because a lot of them are insufferable to deal with. I won't do it. I just simply won't
Now,
have that. Because if you get on my
yeah,
truck and think that you're going to tell me how to do my job and I'm here to teach you, we not going to get along. Simple as
it,
that. I will kick you out in the middle of Nevada somewhere. I don't care.
now, and it's really weird, Gold Phoenix, because I almost feel that way about men. And
I agree. They do
yeah,
it too.
yes, but I will say, as controversial as that is, it does touch a little nerve of mine, in the best ways. Now, I agree with you when you say some women get into it for the wrong reason. I was one of those women. I was told I couldn't do it, so I said, watch this. I am going to prove a point.
Hmm.
But the one thing that saved me is a couple things. A, I actually fell in love with the whole thing. So I wanted to do it. I loved my job. And B, it was the realization of, hold on, let me help people. So let me learn. And with that being said, I actually wanted to learn my craft so I can be that, quote unquote, professional driver. And
Hmm.
like you said, a lot of, I'm not even going to say women, but just people in general get into this industry either because they're told they can't or to prove a point to people, and they're not willing to learn. So,
Yeah, they think they know it all because they done seen a few YouTube videos. Or, maybe they played American Truck Simulator or something like that. And they think they know what they're doing. That's what separates you from a lot of other people, where it's not just about you. The fruits of your labor, come in fruition because you're out here doing the right thing. Like I
exactly.
want to be a good trainer. I want to be good at my job, and of course, the money is just gonna come with that. But that money clearly isn't what you're focused on. You're focused on doing what is good for you, and that's what gets you paid. Your head is in the right place.
Yeah. And like you said, like, when I came out here, I knew I wasn't going to get paid, that $2,000 a week. I already knew that. I wasn't worried, like you said, I was not worried about money. I was worried about getting the experience because I know with experience comes leveling up comes more money.
Hmm.
So it's just a no brainer. And if you're not willing to learn, then what are you doing with life? Because all throughout your life, you should learn something every single day. I don't care if you learn that, I don't know, um, a grasshopper turns into a cicada. Like,
Wait,
you
do
still
they
learn.
really?
I, I think so. Maybe. I might just be talking out of my ass because I'm
I
tired.
think I feel like you might possibly be talking out of your ass there.
Okay. Well, I know I read somewhere that a grasshopper turns into something, or something turned into a grasshopper. I can't remember. Maybe it's just knowledge from third grade that I'm trying to bring up. But anyway, if you can't learn one thing every day, you're not going through life the right way. Because if you act like you know everything, you're going to get yourself hurt, killed, or in a bad position to where your life's going to be miserable.
Right. That's a fact. You got to be able to move through life with an open heart. Not only that, you also need to be able to use your gift of discernment, which a lot of people don't. Some of these cats have somebody in their life, like a trainer or a teacher or something like that, who genuinely has their best interests at heart, but your ego prevents you from seeing that blessing in your life. Who are you to tell me anything? I'm a grown man. I'm a grown woman. Well, you can't tell me nothing. Yeah, I'm in a position to teach you something that is going to better your life. If you don't want to receive that, that's 100% okay. Because
Yeah.
frankly, you're not gonna pay my bills if I show you anything anyway. So why do I care? You know?
Exactly. And that all comes with a mental awakening. I know I didn't have mine until, I don't know, probably 2 years ago, where things started to, honestly, it felt like a mental breakdown. But I just realized my mind was now opening and expanding to the point where I'm realizing life that I thought it was as a teenager and a child is not what life is as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just,
That existential crisis.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I told everyone when I hit 20. Um, I told everyone I was going through my quarter life crisis. And I was, because that's when everything started happening. I was like, I'm an adult now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
life smacked me in the face a couple times. I mean, it was, that is where my mind started opening and just realizing, and especially things from my past, some things that maybe I was taught in school, or just, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. They just either weren't true, or I'm like, hold on, I am my own person. I can think the way I want to think, and I can believe what I want to believe as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. So,
But see, a lot of people struggle with wanting to believe what's comfortable. These people can't be honest with themselves a lot of the time. See, I was in the same boat when I turned 20. That's when I was really going through it, you know. And the thing that really changed my life was when I was able to look myself in the mirror and tell myself that I was a fucking loser and needed to fix it, you know. And it wasn't necessarily saying that that caused me to change. It was the fact I could say it and it'd be the truth, you know. I just came back from being homeless. At that time, I had a 480 credit score. It was terrible. I'm at a 707 now, you
oh,
know.
okay.
I went to get my GED. I started messing around, doing some corporate things, started getting money, before I came. So, driving a truck, money, that's nothing new to me. It's just, okay. Just doing something different and getting it. But a lot of people don't have the strength to recognize what it is that they're actually doing in their life and be honest about the fact that, yo, you need to make a change. It's more comfortable for them to just say, accept me for who I am. How many people listening to this that actually look yourself in the mirror and recognize you being a fucking loser and you need to fix it? There's no excuse.
Yep.
You're doing it to yourself.
Yep. And I know I was that way, and I guess since we all opening up here a little bit, I'll do the same. I was like that with my anxiety. I, for the longest time was like, well, this is just me. I'm just this way. This is just who I am. When I had that break, I was like, wait a minute. This anxiety is not only affecting the way I'm living, but it's affecting other people around me. It's time for a change.
Hmm.
And that's when, like you said, I was able to look in the mirror and be like, you do have something that is wrong with you. Anxiety is a chemical reaction in the brain. It's not uh, small doses of it is totally normal, but when it gets to the point where you cannot function, that is not normal. And
Mm-hmm.
there is a chemical reaction that is not supposed to be there. And I was able to look myself and say, okay, I have a problem. Now let's start to get it fixed. It's like that with anything, like you said, between maybe mental illness to, like you said, with your life, you weren't doing the things you were supposed to be and needing to be doing. And once you're able to look yourself in the mirror and be like, look, you suck, that's when things change for the better. And that's how a lot of people come out of these generational curses, or even just their choices that they made at a young age.
Yup. Which brings me back to a point that you made earlier when you were saying a lot of the life lessons that you learned came from hurting. Do you understand how bad it hurts to look at yourself and admit that you suck? Do
It
you
is
know what type of pain that actually causes you?
yes.
It's
Yep.
like someone took a spear and just threw it at your heart and just kept stabbing it. That it hurts more than you could have been in a 5-year relationship with a chick and y'all break up, things don't work. It hurts more than that,
Yeah.
you know, because you've been living that way for God knows how long. And then you finally come to the realization that all of the problems that you've been having in your life, you caused.
Yep.
You did it to
That.
you. That
Mhm.
shit hurts. It hurts like hell. And you don't ever want to feel that type of pain again. That's the thing that gives you that drive to say, I got to do better. I have to. I don't have a choice. Because if I ever have to feel that shit again, I don't know what I'll do.
Exactly. And that's one of the biggest things. Like, I don't know if my mom's still listening, but I credit her the most for is she has supported me in any situation. I mean any situation. This whole truck driving thing, she was right behind me. Like, she never once said, "Are you sure?" She said, "If that's what you want, do it." And the one thing that she said to me a couple weeks ago that is helping me the most right now, um for a relationship issue, you want to talk about, oh, my mom is still here, oh my god, mom, I love you. um oh, my mom, dang, she been listening the whole time. Oh, she been hearing me talk about the booty meats and the
Hey, Mama Fab, you've done a swell job, I must say.
So you definitely
um
raised a wonderful woman.
oh, well, thank you, guys are too much. Oh, y'all gonna make me cry again. But with relationships, like, one thing that I would, call and be like, crying and like, I just don't understand and this, that, and the other. And it got to the point where, she did not mean this in any like negative way, but it clicked when she said, look, you are the only one who can control this situation.
Mm-hmm.
You can make this hurt stop. You can be the one to say, look, I don't want to feel like this anymore. And that's on you. And that is what has now brought me to the point of the last couple weeks just thinking this is true in any situation, relationships, jobs. If I'm not happy, the point in my life where I'm at, it's my decision to make the change.
Mm-hmm.
So once kind of, and it hurt because that hurt me when I realized, wait, I am putting myself through this. It's me, I'm allowing myself to hurt. And I'm like, holy crap. And like you said, it's the hardest thing in the world to look in the mirror and be like, you are the reason why you're like this. And it's totally mind blowing.
Mm-hmm. It takes a level of strength most people don't have. It's a very rare trait.
It is. And I'm 100%, like, I believe 100% everyone has it in them to either turn their life around or, I don't know, just do better. But it, like y'all said, it takes so much strength to do it. I think people are scared of the pain that comes with healing.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it'll
I'm gonna
take some time to get over it, man. It is traumatizing.
it for sure. Oh my goodness. Ugh. And it's just the little things too. I mean, healing takes time. It takes pain. Honestly, I think everyone should at least go to therapy once in their life. It does help. There's no shame in it. So King says, Faith, you just be going for, or you must be going for gold tonight. I'm trying, just trying to put some, what I hear all the time, some giblets out there, some gems, trying to at least, as I slowly fall asleep. Ugh. But with that, y'all, I think we're gonna leave that on a positive note. James, definitely hit me up tomorrow. Gold Phoenix. Oh, and James. Let's see. Gold Phoenix, James. All my young people, which I'm not trying to be mean. The ones who are around my age, I would like to go live with all of you. I would like to talk about mental health, why we all got into this, how we have changed, and all of that. So that'd be amazing. So Gold Phoenix, definitely hit me up, and I guess I'll talk to you both later.
Yeah, I'll support
Alrighty.
it.
Sweet. Well, I'll let y'all know. I'm sure it's not gonna be any time with. We got a guest. Who is it? Oh, is Erica coming back in? Hold on. Maybe not. No, I don't know why. I don't know, Erica. If you're trying to come in, it won't let you in. But I'm definitely gonna get off here. Y'all have a good night. Be safe, and I'll definitely get with both of y'all later.
Yeah, for sure.
Peace.
Be happy and stay blessed.
All right. Thank you so much. You do the same. Thank you guys for being such a huge support system.
For sure. All right, be
All right.
easy.
Y'all later. All right, y'all. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm up way past my bedtime. King says, "Stay up, Faith." That's what's up. Just Phil says, "Don't wait till crazy late. I got a bedtime." Oh, Phil, it's way past my bedtime. I should have been in bed like I don't know how long ago. Thank you, Erica. Thank you for being one of the reasons why it's been such a great show. Thank you for all the call-ins. Every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, has been super amazing. This has been the longest live ever, one of the best ones I think we've had. I appreciate every single one of you who has come on here and just supported the channel since the beginning. Mom, you got to get the shout out too. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me ramble and honestly listening to me go after someone. And yeah. Erica says hit that like button. Yes, y'all hit the like. If you want to support the channel, the Cash App is up. You guys do not have to. It is what it is. But King, you better, because I did like talking with you. It was very intelligent conversations from everyone. I'm here for it and I love it. And we got to do this more often. I'm going to sleep because I got to be up early and we are going to the good old New York. Y'all stay safe, keep it between the lines, and keep it out of the ditches, y'all. And Mom, I don't know if you're still in here, but podcast or die trying says good night, Mama Born. You better stop with that. Y'all ain't right. I'm gonna go to bed because my thoughts getting a little wild out here. It is stepdaddy season, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Good night, y'all. It's too late for this. Y'all got me going crazy over here.